ready to fight, standing tall, doing what's right, shining truth like a firelight. Daddy's wisdom running deep taught me promises I gotta keep, breaking chains, leaving pain behind, calling out the crooked kind. Oh, the truth cuts through the lies, no more secrets in disguise. Second chances, they wear thin, spawn trooper rides again. Ain't no fear when I'm around, justice stands on solid ground. One last chance to make it right, or face the reckoning tonight. In the dark where shadows creep, truth rings out, it cuts so deep. Ain't no price to make me sell, standing strong, I know too well. Oh, the truth cuts through the lies, no more secrets in disguise. Second chances, they wear thin, spawn trooper rides again. Dark where shadows creep, truth rings out, it cuts so deep. Ain't no price to make me sell, standing strong, I know too well. Oh, the truth cuts through the lies, no more secrets in disguise. Second chances, they wear thin, spawn trooper rides again.
Warning. The following video contains strong language, which may be offensive to some viewers and or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only. Thank you for your attention. Well, a jolly good evening to everybody. Hope everyone is doing fine. Tonight is going to be a very interesting stream. Oh, yes. And before I actually, do you know what? Let's do it this way. Let's try and figure out what we're actually doing tonight. Yeah, let's do that. Right. So without any undue, why is my brain not working tonight? Okay. Yeah. Let's just like, I'm just going to introduce my co-host. Yes, it's been a while. She's been hiding. She's been poorly. And tonight, here she is. So let's say hello and a big welcome to MyPretty. Get your ass in here, witch.
And don't you forget it either.
I know. So, how have you been? I mean, you've been a little bit, haven't you?
Oh, yeah. It's been just getting used to the change in the weather here. One day it's 20 degrees and next day it's like 80.
So, how can I put it? So, how have you been, though?
I've been doing pretty good. Just been busy.
Yep.
Extremely busy over the holidays, having to cook with the kids coming and family coming down. It's just been a lot.
Yeah.
This adulting stuff ain't no fun, y'all. I'm telling you.
Oh, wow. Ammo Go, thank you so much. I mean, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. So thank you very much, Ammo Go, for the, gifted 5 memberships.
Absolutely.
And
Amazing.
yes. So welcome, JK. Dan, JK, one of the most fantastic people I've ever come across. But so congratulations to
You're just gonna make his head swell if you keep saying stuff like that.
Listen, he's a good person. All right. Just leave him alone.
Oh, come on. He's fun to tease with. I love aggravating him.
That's what she
Trust
said.
me,
Anyway.
he gives it back to me just as well. Trust me.
No, it's thank you. Right. Okay. So basically, it is official. We're not going to be using the wolf pack. Okay. So basically, as done a little bit of research, and thank you to a very good friend. We are going to be calling it the Troop.
Oh, I like that.
All right. So welcome to the Troop, everybody.
I like that.
Yeah, the Troop.
That's good. Yeah, that's you. That's you. That's definitely you.
Yeah. So, as I said, memberships. I will gift memberships as well. It's only fair. Hopefully, I'll get the right people. But hey, you never know. So first things first. Let's just say good evening there. Well, actually, why don't you go through the list and say good evening to everybody? So I'm gonna get you to do some work here.
Oh yeah, I know, right? Put me to work. Don't pay me, put me to work. No, I'm just kidding.
Look, just
hello, EMS for life. Heidi Michael, Joe 2, Nicole 800, Ammo's girl, of course. Let's see.
You're back. I got to stop you there. You're back. You're not back 10 minutes and you're already fucking causing problems as well.
What'd you expect? It
I
ain't
know.
like a surprise.
Right, carry on.
Hey, Kim Colson, 7181. Snowflower, hello, darling. It's good to see you. And Maylin, it's great to see you in here. I've missed talking to you. And there's my Tressa. That's my girl, always wanting to be on the list with me. But Tressa, I'm still number 1 on the list. You know that. So, hey, welcome, everybody. It's been great. I've missed you guys so much. So much. Me and Tressa have this thing. See, when the what the hell side, they do this whole list. I don't know. It's probably at least 50 names or more. And I may be exaggerating, but I'm from the South. We exaggerate on everything. And so it's like 50 names or more. And they have a list of everybody that's, let's just say pro Jeremy. Mm-hmm. And I'm always the first one on the list at this point. So me and Tressa actually worked really hard to get on the list. Mm-hmm. And I always rub her nose in it that I'm number 1 on the list still.
Well, I mean, obviously, obviously I think Squid's still alive and I'm looking forward to coming over because tonight's, before we carry on, you carry on saying hello. Have you done saying hello or do you want to?
No, I said hello to everybody that was in here right now.
Okay, well, hello everybody, and hello to the people outside. Don't be afraid; you can come in. One thing I am going to say, tonight is going to be a very interesting subject, to say the least. And if you haven't read the description yet, let me make absolutely very crystal clear, and this is a very important disclaimer, that everything discussed in this stream tonight is based on information that is publicly accessible. Alongside our own opinions, commentary, and constructive critique, nothing in this content should be considered legal, financial, medical, or professional advice. Okay? Now, I am fully aware of the topics that we are going to discuss tonight are going to be, we're dealing with people with the intelligence of an earthworm that's just had a good shit. Pardon my expression.
If
right?
that much.
Yeah. Now, before we go into it, and so before we properly start the stream, I just want to make absolutely sure. Right, in the description, I have put in publicly available information for anyone who is struggling with substance abuse in any kind. Right, that's both in the US and also here in the UK. And if you do or have or know someone who is struggling, okay, please give this information to them. You've got links to find treatment and obviously got SAMHSA or SAMHSA. All right, there's information there. There's you can use your you can text them or you can call them. And in the UK, there's a couple of websites there as well. One's called Frank, and the other one's called Mind. Okay, and if need be, contact your GP or your doctors. Please do not think that you can't get help. You can. Okay, but at the end of the day, the only people who can start that help is you by taking that first step. So please remember that. Okay, the information is in the description. Okay, I have put that information in the description specifically for anyone who does have substance abuse. And the name for the certain brown stuff, and by the way, it's not white, it is actually brown. And that's the cane. Okay, and that's what we're going to be calling it tonight. We're going to be calling it the cane instead of the. And I just remembered something. I didn't go through those screenshots, and no, they are redacted. No, they're public information. So unless I have to go through them and actually redact anything, if I do, let me check. Do I have to? Oh yeah, I have to go through here. Do I have to redact addresses or anything on here? By the way,
I don't think so. No, I think everything was done prior to that.
Right. Okay. Because
hey,
the thing,
Kelly.
Yeah, because the thing is, all information on here is public information, so therefore I don't have to redact it.
You don't have to redact anything. No, it's just I do that out of respect, and that's just a personal preference of mine.
Okay. Yeah, because
legally you don't have to. It's just that out of respect, I think that's the appropriate thing to do.
Yeah. Well, these are public documents, so and yeah, right, okay. And the reason I'm saying it is because just because I can't stand these people doesn't mean that they have a right. They do have a right to privacy. But everyone has seen these documents on other people's platforms, and tonight we're going to be discussing them. But we're going to be discussing them in a certain way because you and I did have quite a fairly long chat last night about this, which, to be perfectly honest with you, it was fucking hilarious. Pardon my French, but it was. it was because you were driving me absolutely insane.
Well, that doesn't take a whole lot now. Come on.
No, it doesn't.
You act like that was a hard job to do, but it
wasn't. Yeah. And you know what? Yesterday, being Sunday, I totally forgot that it was Sunday. And I thought, no, that's all right. And then last night, I looked, and after I spoke to you, I was like, yeah. And then my beautiful queen went, yeah, I got to go. We're going to work tomorrow. And I went, do what? She went, yeah, it's Monday tomorrow. And I went, no, it's not. She went, yeah. I went, go. So, yeah. Yeah. So I'm going to do a midweek thing. I'm going to be doing World of Warships midweek. So you guys have got something to do. So if you don't know, I do have a game stream that is totally away from all this, and that's the way it's going to stay. I have actually also come to a conclusion that I am not going to tolerate any negativity. It's a gaming stream, and I want people to enjoy themselves. So if you want to enjoy yourself, the link's at the top, and hit that sub button, hit that bell, if it ever works. And yeah, see you there. Right. Anyway, so let's get straight into it. First of all, let me introduce. Obviously, everyone knows MyPretty, and I thought I'd put this one up because that's probably you having a bad day, and there's me just handing out my art hand.
What are you talking about? She is beautiful.
She's
Look at
good.
her. She is gorgeous.
I wonder if she's related to Deuce Boy because look at that freaking nose. Your nose
Well,
is
no,
not like that.
that's true. That is true. I'll give you that.
I mean, I wonder if she was the. Yeah, I wonder if she's the estranged love child of Deuce Boy and some freaking. But anyway. But anyway, let's crack on. So basically, ladies and gentlemen, MyPretty is with me today as my co-host. Her link is in the description, and let me just do you the okay. And here, ladies and gentlemen, is the link to MyPretty. And please go and give her a big thumbs up and a support. Go and hit that link, hit that sub button, and just. Look, just because you don't like people, sometimes supporting others, goes a long way. Not $8,000 worth, but it goes a long way.
Everybody loves me. No, I'm just kidding. Even the people that don't love me, I must taste good because I stay in their mouth all the time.
I just was about to say that. Fucking hell. It's like release the Krakens. No, what was I going to? I was going to ask you. I was going to discuss something with you about Pacer, but you know what? I'm not even going to bother because the thing is, it's a federal website, is it not?
It is. Yeah, Pacer is where you go to get like your federal court documents and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and you wouldn't think they'd charge you, but they do.
I mean, we've discussed this before. I just wanted to just confirm that if it was a federal or just like a third party website that just hosts court documents. But okay,
no, I believe it's an actual federal website because when you go to each state has their own. Usually, of course, everything's digital nowadays. Each state and each county have their own website you can go to for state court cases and stuff. And Pacer's where you have to go to get any kind of federal court paperwork.
Right. Obviously, later on in the stream, we've got a bit of some film reviews. That's going to be a good one because we both actually watched the same film. It's actually, that was cool. When you said you watched that, I was like, "Wait, what are you talking about?" And then I heard you start talking about it because you fucking drive me nuts. And then I went, "Wait, are you talking about?" And you went, "Yeah," and I went, "Oh yeah, I watched that last night." And you were like, we just both started giggling. So that's going to be a good one, right? Okay, so what we're going to do, like we usually do, we're going to talk shit and, obviously you know me. It's Ed Moore. We're not going to waste any time, but let's have a chat, shall we?
Yeah, let's talk about people. Come on.
Yeah, let's talk about this case. And I mean, we both know that people have already discussed probably half the stuff that we're going to be discussing tonight. However, we're going to do it with a little bit of a zigzag, aren't we? With a little bit of yeah. And someone else earlier on, which I find actually absolutely hilarious, was there's one thing that we definitely need to talk about. And I know this individual was just playing games and just trying to press buttons and stuff like, or just having a little bit of a joke and that. Apparently, and this comment was freaking hilarious when he actually said that. I did laugh out loud when he actually typed that. Well, apparently, this individual, I hope he comes into the stream tonight because he can then repeat it. About paint chips wanting to challenge me to unarmed combat, and I was like, absolutely, I will accept that 100%. However, with one stipulation, it has to be MMA, medieval MMA. And if you don't know
coming out in a daggone knight uniform in a suit of armor.
No, that's exactly what it is. You wear proper medieval armor, and you carry proper weapons. I mean, you got axes, swords, cleavers, you name it. It's called medieval MMA, Obviously, it is controlled. It is a sport. And I can tell you right now, I would pay to watch that. Yeah. And here's the thing. Like, I need to get this out. I need to say this. With watching this whole BS go on and on and on with Jeremy Hales and the anti what the hells and everything else, one character has stood out to me. Is Paint Chips, aka Richard Luthman, aka Mr. Magoo. Right? He likes to play games. Now, if you actually do research on anything online, you will find information that will actually make your teeth rattle. And when I have spoken about this absolute pleb before, and I really do believe either his mother spat or she farted at the same time at conceiving him, because this guy is an absolute freaking idiot. And the reason being, when I was doing my research, there's something I've been sitting on for quite a long time. And I didn't want to bring this up, but you can actually find this video. And it's from a news channel in New Jersey, New York. And I think it was around 2013 or probably even before. I can't remember the exact dates because a lot of things have been going on. Now, I am not a type of person, like I've been saying from day one, if you're going to say something, make sure you've got your proof, your evidence, and your facts. Even if it's a screenshot, a video, or anything else, or the person's own words. Now, most of the time, 90% of the people who attack people like myself, okay, it's because they are afraid. They are afraid of me for one specific reason. It's because I don't have any filter. I will say it as it is, I will show it as it is, and I will prove it as it is. Now, Paint Chips, aka Richard, I know you're listening out there. All right, one thing about you is that you think you're clever. You're not. You're not clever. In fact, you are a very stupid individual. The fact that you spent 2 years out of 4 years in federal prison for fraud and deception and God knows what else. All this is not defaming. It's not slanderous. It is factual. The evidence is out there. And the fact in 2018, someone actually did a psychological evaluation on you, which is publicly available. If I really wanted to, I could show that right now. But I'm not an arsehole. But one thing I will point out is this. I'm a type of person, okay, when I see something disgusting, right, and I believe that this is absolutely disgusting, then I will prove it and I will show it. Now, it could have been accidental. It could have been deliberate. It could have been both. It could have been intimidation. It could be anything. Now, how can I put this? When it comes to physical contact, between individuals, okay, there's one thing that you should do. You should always remember, if you put your arm out and extend your hand, and you're extending your hand, that is personal space. That is the personal space. Whereas you like to tower, right? John Fisher, wrong chat. If you like to get into people's personal space, then here's one thing that people seem to not like doing. They don't like doing it. And John Fisher, no disrespect, but, you know, thank you, but no, thank you. Now, at the end of the day, you have always heard me say your own words and your own actions will cause you your problems. Did I not say that?
Yeah.
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 And I said that there are times where people there are times where you can talk, and then there's times when you need to take your advice, your own advice, and shut up. You're a lawyer. You're a former lawyer, correct?
Yeah, he was
He
at one.
was. He was a former lawyer, and he's surrounded himself with other lawyers, do exploit and everything. So here's a word of advice, Richard Lufman. When you commit physical contact with a female, you're within her personal space. That's on a video from a news channel.
Well,
So
he's
tell
getting
me.
a little touchy feely there, ain't he?
So tell me, what would you constitute this? And by the way, I did check and I watched the whole video. Just so you know, this was not just once. Okay. So, Mr. Lufman, if you are going to round making them making threats to cause physical or to cause psychological damage to someone by contacting MCs, you need to be very careful who you contact, because the thing is, when you stand in public, which you did, and you made certain threats, which you did by, threatening someone with Mortal Kombat, trial by combat, and you made an innuendo about an MC club. You need to be very careful, because if you drag MC clubs into your personal issues that have nothing to do with them, you can cause problems for quite a lot of people, including yourself, because they don't like to be dragged into some girl's personal stuff. Now, what you saw tonight was a screenshot from a video. I've been sitting on this from within 2 weeks. Within 2 weeks of you turning up in this whole debacle. 2 weeks, big boy. And I've sat on that. Not even MyPretty knew about that until a couple of days ago.
Yeah, he seems to think that he has. I think he finds stuff like that funny. It's like, let's see what I can get by with. Let's see what I can do, and nobody's going to say anything. And that's what his mentality projects. Is let me see what I can get by with. Let's see how far I can push the limits. Like the little kid that sits, like the little, chubby kid that sits in the back of the bus, and he's sitting there, he takes his finger and he goes, I'm not touching you, I'm not touching you, I'm not touching you. And he's got his finger all in your face, he's just waiting to see how much you'll let him get by with before you smack the, out of him.
and here's one thing that gets me, right? You got stupid Dave, Jabba the Hoot, aka Jabba the Hoot. You've got the crampons, right? We're going to be talking about them in a minute. You got them, and then you've got basically everyone, Robbie, Swamp Lizard, everyone who avoided service. They're all sitting there giving it big lips.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, you would think that these individuals would go, yeah, give me that service. Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there. But no.
Yeah, if I was in the right, if I was in the right and I knew I was right, I'd be in your face with that. I'd be like, you want to take me to court? No problem. Do I need to sign anything? I'll be there.
And the best part is, you got stupid Dave last year admitting that he had mental health issues, which I am not going to challenge him on. I am not going to put him down on that. I'm not going to say anything in regards to that. Right. It then came about that apparently he was also taking medication, and he then stopped taking that medication, and he went through a phase. Okay, look, if you're getting medication for something, please take it. Don't play games with your health. However, I thought Lynette playing the victim was bad, but then hearing him do it, and here's the thing. You yourself have been running that coattail from day one. Just because you say, oh, that creator or that YouTube creator or anything else, the fact that you sit on a platform with other people who have physically, well, not physically, but practically and via the internet attacked and character assassinated one person. Now, I'm not saying that Jeremy Hells is an angel. Hell no.
No, he's not.
Right? There's a couple of things lately that have also pissed me off with him. However, he is the victim. He is the real victim in this. He is being systematically dragged through the sewers. He has been lied about. He has been, but the only thing that hasn't happened yet is that he hasn't physically been attacked. Touch wood, it doesn't happen. And if anyone does do that, you deserve to go to jail for a long time. But there's been threats of criminal damage and threats to cause physical harm. And he's got proof of that. But these people still sit on their platforms, still flap their gums, and still go on and on and on. You'd think they would shut up by now.
That would take sense. And that's something these people are missing a whole lot of. They're about 2 bricks shy of a load when it comes to that.
Right? We're talking about individuals who are supposed to be educated. Right? We're talking about people who probably got educated in a freaking drum bar. You know, I mean, seriously, the fact that you've got one person, which you're going to see in a minute through public available documents, who's made herself a public figure. We're going to see the true side of these people. Now, am I, try to, make a living off this? Hell no. I can't wait until this is over because there's going to be a tidal wave of people just disappearing. Right. And then, and I'm looking forward to that because I'm going to carry on doing what I'm doing. We're going to carry on having Mondays. We're going to carry on having fun. Right. Because one thing that we can do that other people seem to struggle with is that we can disconnect emotionally.
Oh, yeah. You got to be able to do that. Look, if anybody's, I see people all the time, especially in the Facebook groups. They take this stuff entirely too seriously in their own lives. I mean, they get really upset with people, and I mean, they get mad. And you can't get mad. We are only spectators. Yeah. It's just like watching a football game. We're just sitting in the sidelines. We're not out there playing the game.
Can you imagine? Sorry to just interrupt you there. Yeah, well, I can't. But anyway, no. Can you imagine? Like someone doesn't agree with the referee on a football game, and next you got 100 people running around like blue ass flies, going, "Where's the fucking referee?" I mean, really? Has the pandemic caused such a disconnect of reality that people are going to behave like that? Because I tell you one thing: if it is, then I think there's psychologists out there who will be more than happy to sit down and talk to you for $150 an hour or probably $200 an hour, and it won't take long for them to figure out that you just need to get a life.
Well, now I got to be honest. I can't tell a story, and I got to be honest. I'm not gonna say I ain't never hollered at the TV before when Queenie was spouting lies, and I knew they were blatant lies. And I'm just like, you dumb, blank. I have said that before. I'm guilty. Okay, I'm guilty. But when I stop watching it, I go on and do what else I got to do. It doesn't come with me. It doesn't come into my world. And I'm not going to fuss at anybody or tell somebody I hate you or that you're dirty, you're nasty, whatever, because you believe different than I believe. It's not that serious for me. The only people it's serious for are the ones that's in court.
Yeah, Cynthia does it.
It's serious.
Yeah. Cynthia, boy, I'm just hit the nail on the head there. I'll come back to that later. Just remind me about showing comments. The thing is, when you come online and when you interact with people, like none of us know each other, right? None of us know each other. But we've got to know each other over the last year and a half. I mean, that I'm outspoken, and yeah, my swearing has got less, but it's still there. And that I say it as it is. Now,
I know we're trying to housebreak you as hard as we can. No, I'm just kidding.
Shut up, show ass. Anyway, so you're welcome, Arizona. But the thing is, over a period of time, you get to know people. Now, there's only once where I wanted to, I really wanted to say something about someone. But then it dawned on me. I was like, well, wait a minute. I'd rather go and have a nice, beautiful 20 minutes on the throne pushing than wasting my time about this individual. And no, before you know, it's not. No, it's no. Just before people jump to conclusions, no. Um, and I afterwards, I just went. A lot of people need to grow the fuck up, because at the end of the day, you come on the internet. The moment you start interacting with someone, you are now putting yourself out there for ridicule, criticism. And it's like, people can criticize me. I can ignore it. I don't care what people say about me, because the thing is, they have the burden of proof, not me. I can sit here and go, yeah, okay, whatever. Tell me now. Now tell me how you really feel, because at the end of the day, right, it is the burden of proof that you need to bring. And this is why I am so surprised of so many people listening to Paint Chips, to Vault, Skeletor, you guys, right, and to Swamp Liz, and to the Crampons, and to all these people, and I just can't get my head around it, because unless these individuals prove what they're saying, yeah, you can sit on here and show something, but that's not proof. That's just showing like a piece of the evidence. Now, just like a minute ago, I showed you a screenshot from a freaking video, because I am not part of that news channel. But when you see something like that and you watch the video and it happens 5 or 6 times, you're like, going, well, once, yeah, okay, accidental, twice, definitely too close, 3 times, yeah, yeah. Now we're talking, all right? And that is one of the and then if you go back, this is where the problem stems from. People don't do their own research. People will listen to anything and they won't go and check it. All you have to do is put Luftman's name in Google and then go and look at all the videos, and you will come across that time when he was running for office or something like that, and you will find that video.
That's just like when I post stuff in the Facebook group. Anybody in here, a lot of you guys are in there with me, this is a fact. I'll give you my opinion on something, but I show you the actual documents I got that opinion from. I show the proof. I put it up there and then let you make your own decision as to how you feel. I may give you my opinion and then you're open to have your opinion. But I always give you the documents, because a lot of people don't research it. They don't know how. You have some older people that don't, they just have a phone. They don't have access to a computer with more memory and stuff. So I try to make sure that I give you all the information that's out there that is pertinent to you making an informed decision. And that's something that the other side lacks greatly. They never show anything. I'll put up the screenshots of text messages. I'll put up screenshots of posts so that you can see what's being said on a channel that, or on a post that maybe you're blocked from. I'll bring that to everybody, because you need to be able to make your own decision about things. You need to be able to see stuff, having, evidence, having your hand.
I mean, this is what really grinds my gears. Is like, you've got people who think that they're clever, and either they bang their head when they got up in the morning, or I don't know, they whatever. But when you attack someone via DM or emails or in a chat, they don't realize that the person they're attacking can use that against them whenever they want, because it doesn't turn into, oh, it's a screenshot. No, it turns into factual proof. When someone denies that, I didn't take rugs, I never touched rugs, I didn't get done for rugs. Well, here's a document from an official Department of Justice, i.e. like from the DA or from the courts, stating that you did. And then having an excuse, which we're going to come into in a bit in a topic.
Hey, look, I've always told my youngins, You email and text like you're gonna have to defend it in court.
Mm-hmm.
So if you put it down in an email or a text, you write whatever you say like you're gonna have to defend that in court one day because that's concrete evidence that you said it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, like, I find it quite like when I DM people now, I don't give a crap. I mean, like, as well as anyone, like Squid knows, and a lot of people who talk to me in DM know that I say it as it is. I don't have a filter, even in DMs. I don't have a filter, um, and it's one of those things where you've got that basic respect, you've got that basic trust, but there are people out there, and we know on both sides of the coin who will try to um, discredit you or try to claim that you're something that you're not. And it's so easy to turn around and go, well, hang on a minute. You're making a big deal of this. Let me just share my screen. And there's a whole fucking conversation. And it's the metadata that you can download from your Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, we've been through this before. And when it comes to, Deuce Boy, and when it comes to the Anti What the Hell's group, you would think by now, the less they actually discuss this court case, the more benefit it'll give them. Because to be perfectly honest with you, right now, they are basically giving Jeremy and Randy and everyone else, right, so much evidence. I mean, every time they go live, evidence. Every time they make a comment, evidence. Every time they post evidence. They wake up in the morning, evidence. It's like, we already know that you're assholes. We already know that you're lying. We already know that you fabricate stories. We already know that you take advantage of the weak. And someone asked me the other day, so what do you mean with that? Take advantage of the weak? Well, easy. When you come across an individual or individuals who are easily manipulated or easily taken for a ride, and you can manipulate them in doing something that you want them to do, or in other ways, right? Then that's what I'm talking about. And Lynette Preston is the perfect example of that, because at the end of the day, she has been taken advantage of, and even with and may I quote, you can sue Lisa, you can sue these people. These were the words that came from Jeremy. Jeremy knows that she was taken advantage of, but at the end of the day, she caused all this. So
Right.
he's not going to play favorites.
No, but I mean, but he's telling her the truth. He's exactly right. But see, I got a feeling old Queenie knows too much. That's why Lynette can't go but so far after them.
And
She
that
can't.
goes the same with John Cook as well. And that's what we've been
Knows.
saying.
Yeah.
I
But,
think I
but
think that. Sorry, go ahead. Go on.
I was say she could turn around and sue these people for what's transpired. I think she has a very good case, as a matter of fact. And I'd be on her side for it. I mean, in that instance, I would defend her if she went against them. Absolutely, because I think she was done wrong. And like you said, it is people that are, and I hate to use the word gullible, but that's the only word that comes in my
Yeah,
brain right now.
easily manipulated, gullible.
Right.
You
They're
know.
gullible. They're the ones that actually believe that, David Copperfield made the Empire State Building disappear.
Yeah.
I mean, these are people that actually believe that. And that's okay. I'm not saying anything against that. I'm just saying some
Do you
people are
know?
very trusting.
Yeah. Do you know that you can partially hypnotize someone with certain? I mean, someone. Oh, there was. Well, anyway, we're not. We start talking about this, we'll derail ourselves. Shit.
Not
And now
us.
I've derailed myself. Back. Please stand by. Your call is very important to me. Um, please hold. Buffering.
I believe Marla paid that for the attorney because she made the comment she was going to put it on her credit card. And she said, as long as she's got the means and she can help, she doesn't see why she shouldn't. So that's my square on the bingo card. I'm saying it's Marla.
Hang on. All right, let's put it this way: if Marla, huge, if she gave, I mean, I think, to be honest with you, what I find quite strange is that the GoFundMe was at 600 and whatever and 2 cents. Now it's those 2 cents that made me laugh because someone deliberately went, "That's all you're worth."
No, they wanted to give their 2 cents worth.
Yeah, get my 1 cent worth or 2 cents worth. But here's the thing: have you noticed they're trying to play a game now? Is that John Cook is not he's not in his bankruptcy, but he needs to be very careful because what he's doing, he's circumventing the bankruptcy law by doing stuff for her through him. And it doesn't take a rocket scientist to see that. And here's another thing: the fact that it got up to 600 and then they closed it.
That's
Really?
because whoever paid the $6,000. Now my question is, where did 600 and something go for that they closed out, and where's the 1,300 plus that Bubbles raised on the PayPal pool?
Again, no transparency, no receipts. We know this is going to happen. We should be aware that this is part and parcel of their makeup. We know that we're never going to see receipts, and if we do, it's always after the fact. And if it's after the fact, how can you take that serious?
Yeah.
Like for example, sorry, go on.
No, I'm sorry. We'll never know the answers. We'll never know the truth ever.
For example, every single super chat or membership, anything that goes through here from now on, right, is going to be into a pot, and then once I'm ready, I'm going to donate to Combat Stress and Safa. And then once I've done that, I'm going to take screenshots, redact the information I need to redact, and you are going to see receipts. I've said this from day one, that's one of my goals. Now, my gaming channel, if that grows or whatever, and I can monetize on that, then everything from there, right, will go into the platform, go in upgrades and everything else, and anything left will then go to Combat Stress. On here, priority is Combat Stress and Safa. But there's going to be receipts, and I'm not going to sit here, say something, and then not do it. Whereas they say big things, they receive lots of fucking donations and everything else, and then suddenly all that fucking disappears, and then I'm supposed to take your word for it? Like if I walk into a bank and they accidentally give me 50,000 and I've only got 5,000 in my account, and they give me 50,000 and I walk out, whose fault is it?
Exactly.
So it's one of those things where people need to come to the understand is that proof, facts, and evidence will always speak louder than words. That's why I can't wait for this to go to court. I can't wait for this to be in court, because I tell you one thing, there are going to be a lot of people licking wounds daily, all day, 24 hours a day, because all these people sitting on their platforms, flapping their gums. Why? You're in a federal court case, not one, but two, and a bankruptcy case. Why are you still going online, flapping your gums? Why are you still doing GoFundMe's now through someone else? Why are you still going on? Why do we hear you? Right? Like the fleas. When was the last time they actually did sales on their platform?
I don't know when's the last time they had a stream that didn't talk about Jeremy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's, don't get me wrong. I think Jeremy's a great guy to a degree. I like Jeremy. Don't get me wrong. But I can't talk about Jeremy every day
No,
for
I
hours
don't.
and hours and hours.
Yeah.
I don't think George could talk about Jeremy every day for hours and hours. Now, Jeremy might be able to talk about Jeremy for hours and hours and hours.
Oh, bless his cotton socks. I mean, he does have a funny streak to him, though. You know, I mean, I must admit, he does have that funny streak to it. But here's the thing, though. It's like before we actually go into the nitty gritty, all right, which is going to be interesting. Last year, I mentioned about Gabe. Last year, we spoke about him, and last year, he got in trouble with the probation office, didn't he? Thank you, Cynthia. It's not full monetization. It's just like memberships and the super chats, and which I found out the other day were also super stickers, which I didn't realize were actually separate from super chats. So I'm an idiot. There you go. You heard it here first. You learn things every day, and thanks to like Square, JK, and you, and everyone else who helped me out to understand that as well. The fact that they sit there knowing full well they ripped off old pensioners, and the fact that he got caught with his pants down, and I'm not talking physically pants down, I'm talking as figure of speech in regards of coming back positive on a rug test, not just once but now twice.
Right. So, and it's the same rug too. It's not like it's a different. It's
my God. Oh, thank you so much.
Oh.
Let character do the shoulder shimmies down smooth. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. Let's do his. He start blinking lemon thinking there. Swing those hips and lift away. Swing those lift the head away.
And y'all know he really is dancing to this, right? I mean, just so y'all know, he's probably sitting there at the computer just moving his little body.
I am. I literally am. Oh, you know what? That's going to happen to me every time now. The most simplest stick. I'm just going to go. Right. Anyway, I need to stop looking at that because I wind up doing it. Oh shit! Talk about derailment. Fucking well done on that one. What were we talking about?
We were talking about the past.
Oh yeah. So basically, and which we're going to be talking about now. And do you just want to mention these documents and where they're from, and before we put them up?
Yeah, these documents. Of course, they were posted in the group, and they've been everywhere. They are the parole violation, I will say, that was done. It was taken care of back in October of this year. And so they are from I think you pronounce it Valisa. Is it Valisa County? Valisa County, Florida website. Yeah. You can go there, pull them up. Public record. They're all there. There was some ex parte communication that you're going to see between Queenie, and she sent some information to the judge, but the judge never saw it. Because it's ex parte. And you're also going to see that there was a violation of a drug test, and you're going to see what court adjudicated.
And one thing before we do that, I did a little bit of research just to make absolutely sure what I was sent. Eating poppy seeds. Okay. Now
this was one of those moments I screamed at the TV. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to everybody. This is one of them moments, and I was just like, "Are you blinking kidding me?"
Right. Now, poppy seeds contain trace amounts of opiate alkaloids, specifically morphine and codeine, which can lead to a positive result for opiates. However, opiates. Remember that word, opiates. Okay? There's a big difference, ladies and gentlemen, in getting a positive rug test, okay, and a positive rug test on a specific rug. Right? So this is where a lot of people go, what? I don't understand that. Okay, right. Let me explain something to you. Lists of foods that can cause a false positive rug test. Okay. Now, I am going to just give you a couple of ideas. Poppy seeds, hemp soy seeds oil, kombucha or kombucha, which is KOMBUCHA, or fermented foods may trigger ETG, alcohol metabolite results. Right? Like hemp seeds oil can lead to false THC positives. Poppy seeds may result in false positive for opiates. There's a difference. OPIATES. Now, coca tea can test positive for cane. Right? Cold medicines, diet aids can result in amphetamine and methamphetamine positives. Okay. However, when they do a test, they don't test for just, oh, well, you may be, possible. Well, what did you eat last night? Blah, blah, blah. What did you drink? Okay. This is now the second time he has tested positive on cane. All right. Now, as far as I am concerned, right, unless you have a truckload of poppy seeds and you richly eat a couple of tons of poppy seeds, because it takes a shed load of poppy seeds to get anywhere close. Right? Now, I did some research before we go into this. Poppy seeds do not cause a positive result for cane. The substances in poppy seeds that can trigger a false positive on a rug test are morphine and codeine, which are opiates and opioids. Rug tests screen for different classes of substances. Poppy seeds contain a trace amount of opiate alkaloids, specifically morphine and codeine, which can lead to a positive result of opiates. Cane, a positive test for cane is typically caused by the consumption of coca leaves products like coca tea, which contains actual coca alkaloids, or the drug cane itself. So, let's have some fun, shall we?
I'm down.
Now, as you can see here, all the right, do you want to go through this and I'll just do the pages?
Okay, hold on. Let me get it so I can see it better. Hang on just a minute.
Holding. Wait,
That's okay. I got it right here.
do you want me to go like that?
I got it right. Hang on.
Or would you like me to go back? Like that?
So on the docket, you can see for this particular person, there was the judge acknowledgement of correspondence. There's an order of alternative sanctions program, technical violations, notification, parole and probation cover letter, alternative sanctions program, technical violation notification, and a parole and probation cover letter. So this is what actually shows up on the docket. Now, have you got the pages? You there? Okay. All right. This page actually is from the Department of Corrections. And what it's telling us is what the actual original charges back in 2018 and 2019 were. You hear a whole lot of talk about this one particular gentleman that made these accusations, and that the judge said, oh, it's not really criminal, it's civil. You did work for him. You hear about this man. Well, there was also a woman also. If you'll notice, there was two charges, and they were done in 2 different years, 2018, 2019, but they were both combined and sentenced together in August of 2024. And at that time, this particular individual was put on felony probation for these charges, and I do believe other misdemeanor charges. Okay, go ahead. All right. On this one, this is actually the alternative sanctioning program from the technical violation notification. And what this tells us is, I'm going to read what's highlighted. I'm sure you guys have heard it, but I'm just going to touch on it. Big letters. Violation of condition 5 of the order of probation. By failing to live without violating any law and as grounds for belief that the offender violated his probation. Officer Haas states that on or about October the 24th of 2025, the offender was in possession of a drug or narcotic. Now let's read that again. He was in possession of a drug or narcotic not prescribed to him by a physician, to wit, sugar booger, as shown by analysis of a urine sample obtained from the offender on 10/24/25 and confirmed by, of course, this is in capital letters, guys, the offender's admission on 10/24/25. So because of all that, now the offender will be subjected to bi-monthly urinary analysis drug screens. The offender will also be required to complete a drug and alcohol evaluation and complete any recommended treatment on the first attempt. This blows away everything that was said the other night. The offender admitted to it. It was an admission. It wasn't just that they didn't pass the drug test. It wasn't that it was a possible false positive. All that goes out the window when the offender admits to it.
The problem is looking at this, he hasn't got a leg to stand on. And the fact, the way they behave and where they live, and the at the end of the day, I'm not going to judge them on their lifestyle. That's entirely up to them. But the fact that the crampons and everyone else in that little group of theirs seem to think that they can deny something that has been physically tested and physically proven. I mean, like, how stupid can you get?
Look, nobody's perfect. Let me just say that right now. And let me say that when you have an addictive personality and you have had a problem with addiction, be it alcohol or be it drugs, it doesn't matter. That monkey stays on your back the rest of your life. And that you can ask anyone that's had that issue, and they will tell you that I'm telling you the truth. That's not the issue. It's not the issue that it was a dirty test. It's not the issue that on this piece of paper he admitted to it. The issue becomes when you lie about it. It's when you lie about it that you mess it up. Just come out and say, you know what? I screwed up. I'm sorry. I'm not perfect. I'm human. I made a mistake. I was doing something I shouldn't have been doing. I got caught and I got punished for it.
Mm-hmm.
More power to you. And you wouldn't have half the backlash that you have right now because of the lies that are trying to be told, because of the spin that's being put on it, because of people saying, it's because we eat bagels with poppy seeds all the time. Yeah, that's what it is. Well, it could have been the cocoa. We could have had cocoa leaves in something. Cocoa leaves are illegal in America. You can't get them here unless,
let me just, all right, hold the press for a second. Just hold on a second. Let's be realistic about this. at what point? And I know that Lisa and her little flying monkeys are, but look, at what point do you want us to believe that you sat there and you ate enough poppy seeds to come out positive on a rug test? I mean, you're looking at freaking a shed load of. I mean, it's impossible because there are specific tests. They will know the difference between an opioid and opioid or opiate or whatever it's called, right? They will know if it is cane or a class A drug, what we call over here, class A drug.
Right.
Now, like they have specific tools and specific ways to test for that. So unless you are an absolute freaking buffoon, right, and they drop kicked you as a child, there is no way you can convince anybody that you came across positive because you had poppy seeds. I mean, fuck, no, I'm muting myself.
And Roy, I stopped asking a long time ago, how stupid can they get? Because I believe they're taking that as a challenge. They're wanting to prove to me just how far they can go. And
I mean,
I was gonna say, and the thing about rug test, about this particular rug, and we're talking just about this particular rug.
One of the worst ones, yeah.
This when a rug test is issued for that, they are looking. It's trying to look for certain things that's in your body, certain things that are produced that have to break down the rug, and that's what your body is producing. Really, for this particular rug itself, the chances of a false positive are slim. I mean, and I'm talking very, very slim. Not saying it's never happened. I'm saying it's very slim. But when you're sitting there and this is what you're saying, oh, it could be it can be because of cough syrup, it can be because of antibiotic, it could be because of this and cause of that. But you don't say, well, I took NyQuil. I'm just using this as an example. You don't actually say, well, he was taking a lot of NyQuil and it said online that could cause a false positive. That's not what's being said. They're just throwing out all these different things it could be, hoping that people say, it could have been one of those. It could have been that. It could have been this. But they never say, this is why I did it. Because he admitted to it. He admitted to it.
Yeah, and something else as well, if people actually did the research. Less research. Magic word here. All right. Like, let's put it this way. Okay. You would richly have to, now, just to prove a point, you would richly have to eat poppy seeds every day, and you would have to at least eat 2 to 3 kilos a day. Right. And like 300 milliliter at the lowest or older cutoff level, positive results can appear for up to 48 hours after consumption. 2,000 milligrams in the US, the Department of Health and Human Services, HHS, raised the recommended cutoff to 2,000 milliliters to minimize false positives from food consumption. At this higher threshold, positive results typically only last up to 12 hours. Some hospitals and private employers still use the lower 300 cutoff, increased likelihood of positive results from food. So it doesn't mean that you have to be careful what you eat, but let's be honest with you. I mean, I doubt very much a court system and the way they've tested would, go, oh yeah, he's just eating, poppy seeds, so therefore he's eating bagels. He's at about 2,000 bagels, so therefore he's coming positive. Absolute bullshit. But anyway,
it has to be able to stand these particular, and they made a comment. Oh, it's just a field test. You know what? Those field tests have to be able to stand up in court. It's not like you went to the Dollar Tree and you bought you one of them little tests off the Dollar Tree for $1.25. This is a test that has been approved by the courts, and has to be accepted as a form of evidentiary, stuff in the court. And you just can't look. Nobody's going to have a false positive test twice in 14 months. I'm sorry.
I mean, if it was,
That, then they need to go and get some help, and I'll be glad to give them a phone number they can call or something because they need it. But
yeah,
if anybody believes that in 14 months the same person can have 2 false positives, you got issues.
yeah, and also if you do have substance abuse, or you're suffering from substance abuse, or you know someone and you need help or they need help, go to the description of this stream tonight and you will find all the information in there to help you with that substance abuse. And and get, you need to take that first step. But next page.
Yeah.
Next page.
Next page.
Oh, I am agreeing to voluntarily participate in the alternative.
Is that the next one? Okay, I'm sorry, I couldn't see it.
Yeah, this is the next page.
Yep, go ahead. You can read it.
Okay. I am agreeing to voluntarily participate in the alternative sanctioning program and understand that I can discontinue participation in the alternative sanction program at any time before the issuance of the court order imposing the recommended sanctions. I am admitting to the technical violations of probation community control listed above, with the understanding that I will be required to complete the additional sanctions listed above as part of my probation community control. I further understand that if I fail to complete the additional sanctions within the time specified, a formal violation of probation community control action will be forwarded to the court, and this may be introduced into evidence as subsequent hearing. I understand that if this court determines I have violated my probation community control, I may be sentenced to as authorized by law. And he signed it. So, idiot. Yeah, I mean,
again, another admission. Again,
yeah.
Another admission. He's saying I did it.
Yeah. So basically, and I like the fact that he gives it big lips on the streams, but anyway, there you go. Is that the next one? Yeah,
Yep.
that's the next one.
All right, and this one is, again, it's just stipulating that the defendant has materially violated one or more conditions of probation. And it again reiterates what's going to happen, that he has to do the bi-monthly drug screening and stuff. And also it is ordered that the Department of Corrections is directed to forward a violation of probation community control report and warrant to the court in the event the defendant.
Right, can I just stop you?
Uh-huh.
Right, listen, Gary, this goes across the board. Do not put people's names in chat. Okay? Consider this a fair warning across the bow. Don't come in here and then putting people's real names in chat. Do it again, you're yeeted. Consider this a fair warning. Right? If you want to be part of the conversation, fine. But do not, and I repeat, do not put people's names in here. Carry on.
Okay. The Department of Corrections directed to forward a violation of probation community control report and warrant to the court in the event the defendant fails to satisfactorily complete the sanctions selected. So basically what they're saying is, don't screw up again. I mean, I can understand living with certain people can cause you to need something to help.
Yeah, I mean, well, they do. Yeah, no, he's not going by that though, Gary. I mean, I understand, but he's not going by that. Okay. So let's just leave it at that. All right. No hard feelings. No, nothing. I'm just saying. Yeah, if he's going by only me, then he should be addressed by only me. That's it. That's all I'm saying.
I think they're telling you that he changed his YouTube name. Yes, he changed it. He's changed a YouTube name again.
Oh well, my humble apology. Then, ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention? Then I personally apologize to you, Gary, for that. So please remove what I said. But yeah. Oh my God.
He'll take his foot out his mouth later. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no. I look. If I make a mistake, I'm more than happy to stand there with my legs open so you can kick me in the nuts. I have got no problem with that. Right? I made a mistake. So I'm owning up to it and I am apologizing. So there you go. And that doesn't mean I'm going to offer a reach around or hug you.
Only if you pay really good.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Anyway, you're sick in the head, you are.
Yeah, but you love me because of it.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, let's crack on. Yeah. So you finished with this page, are you?
Yep, I'm finished with that one.
Oh, okay then. Okay then. Right. Okay. We right. Right. Oh my. Yeah. Yeah. Well, let me just zoom that in and bring that up a little bit so you can read that. There you go. This is going to be hilarious.
Okay. Well.
Oh, wait a minute. There you go. Oh shit! No, wait. There. Oh my God. There.
Lord! And you talk about me licking the screen.
Listen, licking screens is optional. I mean, just for the record, ladies and gentlemen, just so you are fully aware, these documents are public information and they're on a public website.
Go up to the top a little bit first.
Yes, Gary. Gail, mommy, help. Wait, what? What am I doing?
Go up to the top a little bit more.
Oh, fuck it. There you go.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Okay. So, just had a question. Just throw
My head hurts. You know what? I'm going to just drink my coffee. I'm going to shut up. I'm going to sit here and I'm just going to shut up because my head just went.
All right, just got a quick question. Don't know who Pastor Michelle is. Have absolutely no idea who Pastor Michelle is. But something was sent to Pastor Michelle. And if you'll notice,
hang on. Devil fan. For what?
Oh, because she's going to sue everybody.
Like what? Using publicly available information and to use comment, constructive criticism, and journalistic investigation. At the end of the day, I'm not the one writing emails impersonating a lawyer. Carry on.
Oh yeah, she's going to sue everybody. And if you look over at that little square, I've got it highlighted. It says check, file in court file. Check, copy sent to state attorney. Check, copy sent to defense counsel. Also, I've got it highlighted the last thing, not read, ex parte, which means she can send every piece of paper she wants. She can send the Holy Scriptures if she wants to, but that judge can't read them. He can only read things that are presented to him in a certain format. And that's what Squid and I talk about quite a lot, guys, is that, the judge is sitting there and he can't go past the four corners of that piece of paper that's actually submitted to the court in the form of motions and stuff for him to read. He can't read anything that you send him. You can write him letters like you think he's Santa Claus, and it doesn't matter. He's not going to read it because then it would affect his decision. It has to go through the proper format. And I'll read this real quick just so that you guys get an idea of what she's sending to the courts. And this is for in reference to her spouse. And she's sending this to the court itself. And she says, Ms. Simpson, I have attempted to send you this email several times. I'm writing to you regarding a case you prosecuted against my husband. I understand that you were not the prosecutor at his arraignment. However, I wish you paid attention to what took place at the arraignment. I mean, that's always really good to try to point out somebody's shortcomings when you're asking them to do something for you. Attached is a video of his arraignment, which clearly shows, and the judge pointed out, that this was not a criminal case, but civil. Also attached is my letter. Please review it. The judge may have said something like that in court, but he was charged criminally, not civilly. He was convicted criminally, not civilly. or he was found guilty. He has been on probation for nearly 2 years over this. 14 months, not 2 years. Huge difference. His rights have been taken away for someone claiming to be a victim and lying about what happened. My husband stole nothing. There were never any grand theft. Just to make the traveling to Daytona stop, he gave up and agreed to your deal.
Doesn't this
So,
sound familiar?
exactly, right? And
Don't
she
you
thinks that
think
we're supposed to
that?
believe.
Yeah,
I
that
mean,
paragraph. Sorry to interrupt, but that paragraph there, right, seems very, very familiar. I've heard that paragraph or the certain terminologies in that paragraph from quite a few people from the What the Hells, anti What the Hells, and I find it very interesting. But yeah, carry on. Sorry.
that's okay. So she expects us to believe that you're good, that somebody's going to cop to 2 felony charges, and they're going to take the rap for 2 felony charges and be on felony probation for 3 years because they don't want to drive an hour and a half to 2 hours away every month. I'm sorry, that dog just don't hunt. It just doesn't hunt. It just makes no sense. But that's what it said. Since then, his reputation has been harmed. He's been publicly dehumanized, harassed, and ridiculed along with myself. This case is called defamation, slander, cyberstalking, and is affecting our mental health. I guess he should have went to court and fought it instead of pleading guilty.
Oh,
What?
there you go. Nothing.
This was badly handled and could have been easily sent to a civil matter, which it actually is.
Right. Let me. Right. Okay. Let's play devil's advocate here. All right. Which a lot of us seem to be doing lately. You know, all these documents are public. We are sitting here. Like, if we were in a newspaper. And by the way, a quick shout out to the Freckles Ginger. Top out of my hand to you, madam. Thank you so much for the $2. Wow, this is new. Woohoo! All right. Thank you. Well, thank you very much. One thing I find very interesting is that it's all about him, but why did she then put in this has caused defamation, slander, and our mental health? Why do you play the labeled game when, at the end of the day, if you admit to doing something yourself, then this email that apparently attorney Lisa has sent to this individual, you basically just contradicted yourself, because if you would actually look at the paperwork and state that he admitted by admitting that he took the rugs, and here you are saying that everything is a lie. The fact that he got charged for grand theft by 2 victims, why is it that carry on. I'm going to my happy spot.
Maylene asked why they didn't appeal it. Because he pleaded no contest. He basically, if you plead no contest, you're not admitting guilt. You're not saying you're not guilty. You're just going to let the court make their decision based on everything. Okay, you're giving up basically. That's why they couldn't appeal it, because he basically pled guilty. He gave all this. This is what he did. And she says this was badly handled and could have been easily sent to a civil matter, which it actually is. Of course, she knows more than the judge and the courts and everybody. I'm asking that you review my letter and the attached video of the arraignment hearing and listen to the victim clearly state how this is civil and not criminal. Now the victim knows, what the law states. Yet you charge my husband multiple false charges just to win points. That's always really good when you're asking somebody to do you a favor. Oh, just the level of compliment she's giving them. We want this case dismissed, and if the supposed victim wants, he can file a civil suit, or your office can transfer it to a civil case, however that works. And then she goes on to give her information. Look, I don't know about everybody else, but this...
Yeah, just a quick one. Thanks very much, Dolkama. it's a public document. But I'm going to leave it as this. I mean, the number at the end of the day, the number is a public document, and anyone can get that number. One thing I will say though is this: congratulations to everyone who received the memberships. I decided to do the 1st of December memberships. There's 5 left, and welcome to the troop, ladies and gentlemen. And you're more than welcome. It was an absolute pleasure. And I'm glad that I am able to, pay it forward and give it back to the community. Bless you, darling. Give it back to the community. So, and Double Karma, thank you so much for, pointing that out. And I appreciate that. But at the same time, we have to also remember that this is a public document. But yeah, are you done with this page?
I am.
Yeah, cool.
All right, you want to do that one?
Yeah. Do you want to? Well, okay. Do you want to read it or shall I read it?
You can read it if you want. Go ahead.
Okay. Basically, obviously, the circuit curve, blah 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 blah. Yeah, whatever. Close. Case type felony. Status closed. I am writing regarding my husband's case referenced above, which stems from an old warrant executed during a recent traffic stop. This warrant was based on the customer's accusations of theft related to a dispute over work performed on his property. As you are aware, and as its core, this was a disagreement above the quality of work and a refund, not a criminal matter. It should also be made absolutely clear that Gabriel never performed any work which required a permit, nor did he ever claim to hold a license of certification. Wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a second.
I thought if you do any kind of building or remodeling, you had to have a permit.
Yeah, and you have to have health insurance as well. You have to be okay. There was never any misrepresentation about the qualifications or the nature of the work performed. I also like to wait a second. I'm sure I've seen something about. Anyway, I would also like to note that I personally was a witness in this case, and unfortunately, the public defender assigned to Gabriel refused to speak with me at any time. I wonder why. This case began with a complaint that, without our knowledge, somehow became a court date that Gabriel never received notice of. I question that 100%. Apparently, you had the wrong address for Gabriel throughout. And
okay, now remember, keep this part in your mind, guys. You had the wrong address of my husband. Okay. They would have gotten the address off of the driver's license when they stopped him.
Yeah.
So if somebody or the courts have the wrong address, that's a you problem. Because you didn't change the address on your ID. You didn't update your information. That's not a court problem, that's a you problem. So just keep that in mind, because that I found that very interesting. Because if you don't change the address on your ID when you're stopped for something, and they go and they fill out your paperwork, your tickets, or whatever happens, that's the address they're going by. Whatever's on your ID, you only have 30 days from the day that you moved to change your information on your ID.
I mean, like Beast 13 for USA. I mean, that is probably the best freaking comment I've seen. So, well, the fact that the judge will literally ask the defendants, have you read the documents and gone over it with your lawyer? Do you understand? Do you have any questions? I mean, like, we're looking at something that, if you take two situations, right? You take what's going on with Jeremy Hells and what the Hells ecosystem, and you look at this. The only difference is basically they ripped off 2 OAPs, from what I understand on this. Okay, and then he was then put on probation for that, right? And you're telling me that they never received any? That is absolute BS, because he would have. I mean, like, if someone makes a complaint to the police, or they make a complaint about someone, first of all, you have to have, right, the insurance to work on anybody's property, let alone on top of their roof. Because if you fall off that roof, who's responsible for the injury? Who's responsible for the medical bills? That's why you have to have insurance. You know I got friends in the States who work or who do different types of work, and they go on and on. They complain and whine and complain about their insurance policy and how much it's costing them to not just insure them, but also the people that work for them. Okay, so just reading through this makes it. I mean, like, you may as well take this and use it as toilet paper, because no, I'm sorry, you're lying through your teeth on this one, Crampon. Because at the end of the day, right, you're telling me that you then basically gave the customers the wrong information. Is that what you're saying?
And also, and this is just how my brain works, okay, guys. So just know that this is just my brain working. If I go down and I make a complaint with the police department, okay, then the police are going to send it to the DA or whoever to see if they want to press charges. I would have to be, there'd have to be a warrant issued for me. So I don't believe the warrant necessarily was probably issued for him not showing up in court, because how would he has to be arrested first for the charges itself, like for not, let's say, the grand theft. He would have to be arrested first. He'll be given a court date, told when to show up. If you go down and file charges with the DA and they decide to do that, they're going to try to do, like summons. They'll send you a summons that'll go with jail. And
can
that
can I just say very quickly? Yes, my apologies. Devil Fan, you are correct on that. It's not health insurance. I'm sure I said liability. Anyway, so it's liability insurance. My apologies. But I thought insurance was clear enough. But carry on. Thank you.
But again, that falls back to, if you didn't change your information, if you didn't update your stuff, then the courts are going to send it to the address that they have on file, that they have for you listed. And it just, I don't know. It doesn't.
Yeah, makes sense. I mean,
no, it doesn't.
Right. Here's right. This is a freaking my point on this. Right. One. Right. You go to you offer work on someone's property. You turn up. You then do the work and you rip them off. You then get stopped and you test positive on rugs. You then get the choice between jail time, possible jail time, or probation. You get probation. All right. Now, here's the thing. To work on anybody's property, and I'm going to use, information from some of the people who, right, you need to have workers' compensation insurance, or, what you call it, liability insurance, to work on anybody's property in the first place. Then you obviously have to have your own insurance. Now, if you've got someone working for you, right? However, if you've got you and Lisa, for example, working on that property, she then has to also have the qualifications to be able to do that work. And so do you. Now, here's the thing. With one person, it could be, you could put it down to miscommunication or whatever, right? But for two people,
yes, that's it.
I'm sorry, but like, if any freelance worker, anyone who's self-employed or does their own work, they will have all the insurances, everything covered. They will have that baseline covered.
Yeah, now, because if you go up somebody's house, you're going to have to pay for it. So who wants to be? We owned our own business for years. We owned an upholstery and glass shop, and I had liability insurance, because if by chance, when we went to sit in the front seat to install a headliner, let's say we had they call it a canuta knife, is what you use to take the windshield out of a car. And if you had that, let's just say, in your back pocket, and I sat down the seat and cut the seat, well, I have to pay for that. And if you're dealing with leather seats, who has hundreds of dollars sitting around to have that leather seat reupholstered? That's why you have insurance that covers you for stuff like that.
No,
and he was doing this as a job, not as he was just helping his neighbor next door. He was doing this to generate income.
Right. Now, here comes my question. Because either my brain just went, or I'm missing something here, because the thing is, was he arrested on site while he was working, or was he detained and arrested because of an outstanding warrant, and that's when they came across the fact that he had rugs in his system, or was he, or yeah, let's figure that one out.
Okay, I can explain it. So, according to Queenie, she said two different things before. First, she said that he was driving a car and the tags were expired. He was pulled over by the police, and now she says it was I'm going to say a front end loader. It might have been something. It was a piece of equipment that he had rented that the tags were bad.
Right.
Okay. So anyway, he was driving a motored vehicle, and the tags were expired for like 2 years. And he got pulled over, and when he got pulled over for the tags, they found out that he had a warrant. And I guess it was a bench warrant issued for him, because she said the warrant was issued because he didn't show up in court.
Right.
So they arrested him. So then he got arrested, and they had to go through the court proceedings now for the original charges. She says that wasn't really fair, because he got arrested for not showing up at court when he didn't receive the paperwork. Well, obviously, ever how they tried to serve him, or ever how they sent him the paperwork, the judge didn't find anything wrong in that, because he still went to court. He was still, found adjudicated or found guilty. I'm not using the word adjudicated. Yeah. He was found guilty based on his own admission. So then after that, they put him on, I do believe it was in August of last year, he was put on felony probation in 2024.
Right.
And I think he got 3 years.
And
and after that, and I do believe it was around this time of year, to be honest with you. Supposedly he was partaking in some of the devil's lettuce with some young people, and whatever they had was laced with the sugar booger. And he had to test, and he tested positive. But it wasn't his fault. He didn't know.
Who said that? Who said that he was that where did that come from?
Which, you mean about the young people?
Yeah.
Out of his mouth.
Oh, snap. And someone's got proof of that he said that.
Well, if the video's still up, yeah. But, some people have went in and took a lot of videos down, so.
Oh, my God, because I tell you one thing. If someone's grabbed hold of that, he's in more trouble than he thinks.
But when all this stuff was coming out about him, and people and Queenie makes a big deal out of, he's my husband. He's got nothing to do with this. Yada, 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 yada. You know what? You made him part of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You made him part of it, because look, we are petty people. And if anybody says they're not petty, they're telling a lie, because we all got pettiness in us. Every last one of us got pettiness in us.
Yeah.
And we all have the mindset, you're going to hurt me, I'm going to hurt you.
Yeah.
If you're going to do that to me, I'm going to do it back to you. Because what do we teach our children? Don't hit somebody unless they hit you first. Yeah. Now, if somebody hits you first, you defend yourself.
But here's the thing, though. If you get caught once, right, and you've only got a couple of years left on probation, I mean, any normal thinking person would go, do you know what? I'm going to keep myself out of trouble, and I'm just going to do this. I'm going to accept the consequences and just do it. And then once I'm done, then I can go and, climb off a tree or go branch to branch or whatever. But by the looks of it, obviously he is very,
see, the thing is, with this particular kind of rug, it only stays in the system basically 1 to 3 days. Okay. So a lot of people that have to take random UAs, which is a urine analysis, they'll do this particular thing because it doesn't stay in your system. The devil's lettuce stays in your system up to a month or more.
Yeah,
it
6
months. Stays in your system, for a long, long time. Okay, so That's why a lot of people have a tendency to do that particular drug, especially when they're on, where they have to be checked.
Yeah.
The comment was made, it was just a faint line. I mean, it was just a faint line. Well, that can mean a whole bunch of stuff. That can mean that you did it 3 days ago and you got caught today thinking that it would be out of your system by now, but for whatever reason, it didn't leave your system as fast as it did everybody else's.
Right, I just got to do this. Turd of all hurdles 007. That's a fucking good name, right? Right, is driving at the moment. So I'm gonna, at the next corner, please turn left. Anyway, I just think that like the you. I mean, the fact that you've got these people sitting on their platforms bragging about this stuff, going and also, let me ask you a question. Someone who actually puts legal in their email address, does that? I mean, for me, that if I received an email from someone like that, I would instantly believe that this individual is a lawyer or a prosecutor or someone who deals in the court system.
I mean, I'll give the devil her due. Okay, on that instance, I will give the devil her due. She probably has a bunch of different emails because we know she does a whole bunch of stuff. And
Mhm.
so, me, I have one email address. I've only had one email address for the past, I don't know, 10, 12 years.
Yeah.
But some people have a bunch of email addresses. For whatever reason, that's, you can have all you want. So I'm thinking possibly she did that so she would be able to find those particular items quickly.
Yeah, but then that is false representation, and that means if hypothetically speaking, if someone from the courts or something like that go, oh, this is from these illegal freaking I'm an arsehole, right? And they go, oh, and they go into the ANA, or they go into the lawyer, the Florida lawyer. I think there's a website where you can check on lawyers.
Yeah, Florida Bar Association.
Yeah, Florida Bar Association. Sorry, I'm forgetting. All right, and then can't find her. I mean, what would be the repercussions of her being caught out? That I mean, because the thing is, that email does really stand out to be either a paralegal or someone who's passed the bar. I'm just playing devil's advocate here because at the end of the day, you're trying to help your husband, fine. Who's an absolute pleb, fine. You're a pleb as well, fine. But here's the thing: if you are representing something that you're not, that's impersonation. It's just like impersonating a doctor, impersonating a police officer. It's an impersonation, is it not?
It very well could be, yes. I mean, it could be. And don't get me wrong, I'm all about her fighting for, what she believes as far as her spouse goes. I have no issue with that. No issue at all. But you don't send that to the judge. You send that to the prosecutor. You send that to the public defender.
Maybe.
You don't send it to the courts
Well,
and take up the court's time. You send it to those people if that's what you want to do.
yeah.
But
But
you
who
really
did?
won't argue when
Right.
he admitted it.
Yeah, but who else has done this recently? Who else has sent a judge or the judge's clerk emails?
Ditzy.
Deuce boy, right? He's done it.
And so did Lynette.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's like you can actually tell the habit. You can tell that they're all communicating with each other because,
Right.
like, the thing is, when you see multiple people doing the same thing, that means they're communicating. People.
Hey, look, I'm sorry. I'll tell my age, okay, guys. I am 55 years old.
God, that's
And
old.
I know, and I feel it too. I have never in my whole life written a letter to the judge. Ever. Just wouldn't do it. You know why? And I'm going to cuss now, y'all. I got common sense. You just don't do that. I mean, just
Yeah.
like, did these people, I don't understand. See, in school over here, in your senior year, or you did now back in the 80s, we had a class called government. And in that class, we learned about the law, and we learned about how our government works and how things work, and there was a process to stuff. I listened. I don't know about everybody, but I listened in class, and I ain't never done that in my whole life.
I mean, like, hang on a minute. I mean, let's be honest with you, and I mean this in the most nicest way. You must have when, like, you remember that saying I used to use, like, you fell out of the stupid tree and hit every branch on the way down, and when
Yeah.
you got up and brushed yourself down, you just walked up to someone and go, "Hey, I've been promoted to branch manager."
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Like, everything that they've done in regards of Gabe, I mean, the guy's an absolute pleb anyway. I mean, like, he's definitely a wank stain. Now, one thing I would say is that they have now put themselves into a possible legal bind, because once she's contacting the courts on his behalf, fine, that's not a problem. You do that for your loved ones. Anyway, right? She's contacted the court. She's basically making herself out to be a paralegal, a lawyer. All right. All it takes is them to turn around and go, well, hang on a minute, who's this? Oh, wait a minute. She's saying, oh, you're the wife of the person who's admitted twice to taking substances that he shouldn't be taking because he's on probation, therefore breaking the. I mean, like, you have to richly be brain dead to not see what's going on here. And hi, DJ Rats, how you doing, buddy? I mean, seriously, where does where does that line where you turn around and say, right, okay, you go from normality into stupidity? You've admitted twice that you've taken illegal substances, and then you use an excuse. You've tested on positive on those illegal substances, but still use excuses. Now you've got your wife writing to the courts, impersonating or saying that she has something to do with the legal profession, and then starts whining and everything else, and then making fault, and then, like, where's your burden of proof? Where can you prove that the people that have sued you or put in a complaint against you are lying?
And no harm, but why ain't he writing?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, why ain't he the one? Okay, why ain't he the one writing the letters saying, look, this is what happened, this is not right, I need help. You talk about you got all this money, why aren't you hiring an attorney to try to appeal? Oh, that's right, you can't appeal because you admitted to it.
And basically, and also, ladies and gentlemen, just so you know, if you do see a naked man walking around in the studios, don't worry about it. That's just DJ Rattis with his little worm called a man sausage. Welcome to the. God, I just pictured that as well. Oh, for fuck's sake. But it's got to be said, because the thing is, look, at the end of as far as I'm concerned, right, I don't believe a word that comes out of the crampon's mouth anyway. The fact that I was sent a, oh my fucking God.
Oh, Snowflower, that is so cool. That is amazing. Look, you've done something that we haven't been able to do. You've shut him up.
Darling, you know Snowflower, who helped Eric out last year or this year? You know what she's just done? She sent me a super chat. And you know how much it was? Have a guess. $50. I am about to cry. I'm about to. I've. 1 second.
Aw. That was so special. That meant a lot to him. That was great. Thank you, Snowflower. That was wonderful. I know, right, Squid? I mean, we've been trying for years. And we ain't been able to do it. Who knew it only cost us $50?
You even got the wife laughing on that one.
I bet if she'd known it just cost $50, she'd have paid it herself.
You know what? I have came across Navy, Air Force, Marines, and everything else, but it's the first time that someone in the Navy family actually fucking shut me up. I just want to say thank you, Snowflower. Thank you so much for your generosity, and I can tell you right now that is definitely going to go towards combat stress, if that's okay with you. You know, so once everything clears and everything is done, oh my god, I have totally lost fucking track of what I was doing. And let's do this, Juliet. Thank you again for your $1.99. I appreciate that. I am not used to this. I am really not used to this. I didn't realize how effective stuff like that is.
And you didn't even have to take your clothes off.
Wait, what?
I said, and you didn't even have to take
Wait, what are you laughing for? What are you laughing? What? Hang on a minute. Wait a second. What the hell are you laughing about? What do you mean it's normal? It's not. Like I'm walking around your boat. I can do it right now if you want. Where do you find that funny? Trying to be serious here. Yeah, well, you're sitting in your chair, don't you cheeky little. Sorry about that. Take over. I need to go to the bathroom and pray to the porcelain god. I'll be right back.
Oh, let's see. JK, thank you. That was really cool, Snowflower. Thank you so much. He just doesn't believe that people will support him like that. He doesn't believe that, but he's great. He is really, really great. He doesn't realize that he does make such a difference because he is very honest and he is very much in your face and he doesn't see gray ever. He just sees black and white. It's either right or it's wrong.
Who's that?
You.
Oh, okay.
You're not a gray. You don't see gray. You see black or white. It's either right or it's wrong.
Well, yeah.
Either you're telling the truth or you're telling a lie. Well, you don't have that gray. You don't have that gray area in your world. It just doesn't exist. You're point blank. It's either right or wrong.
Fucking JK, you cock.
He said, "How much will $2 get you?" We're gonna call him Scrooge. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh. I don't even know how to react. Snowflower, you are an angel. You've always impressed me, not just your generosity, but your love for other people. And, you know, I've always held you in the highest respect, and not just because of what you've done tonight and what you helped with Eric, but just because you're part of the family. You're part of the veteran family. You're part of the service family, you know, which is quite large. So yeah, you did shut me up. That was a shock. So, and basically that's taken us totally out of offline. That's basically taken us off the rails so much that we're probably on a different solar system right now. Well, I'm glad I have, Snowflower, and I'm glad I continue to do so. I mean, I am not a type of person to. I completed my goal. Wait, what?
Did you have a goal?
Fucking, I think I did now.
You have no clue.
That's it. That's it. I fucking quit. I'm going in the back. I'm going in the kitchen making sure. They're all fucking doing it now. Can't believe I'm fucking. Don't even know how to react to this. Right, so yeah. Now Gail's jumped on. Gail, thank you so much for the $2. And yeah, way to go, Snowflower. And then obviously Squid has to go and give me a kidney punch there. I got to get in on this shot sport. Yeah, you. Yeah, yeah. Please, look. If you want to support, and help, I really do appreciate it. But there's other ways you can shut me up by going.
Yeah, but those might not be legal.
Yeah, true. Nimrod, welcome to the stream. Good to see you again. Wait, what was my goal about again?
He said you've said it for 1, but you super chat, but you'd actually put in 5.
Oh yeah, my super chat was for. It was for to add to the Dr. Pepper fund. Oh, darling, they've added to the Dr. Pepper fund.
No way.
Yes, they have. What do you mean, no way? It's part and parcel of the freaking troop.
I had a Dr. Pepper today. It was so good. I've been trying to stay away from sodas because my son tells me I'm getting old and he wants me to live longer.
Oh, snap.
I mean, he acts like I got one leg in the grave and one leg on a banana peel, but that's not the case. But anyway, so I've been trying to do better. But he's out of town for the next 3 days. I felt like a teenager. I went and got me a Dr. Pepper.
But one thing I do want to do, I just want to, once again, just Snowflower, thank you so much for that. I don't even know how to react to that. I really appreciate it. And you guys need to remember that. I don't even know.
Hello, Nimrod.
I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say. And now, and Arizona's at it now. Okay, I'm just going to quit. I'm just going to stop now. I have just been notified to celebrate 20th super chat on live stream. What the hell's going on? Hello?
I'm here.
Oh, thank God for that.
I was reading the I was just reading the thing. I know.
I don't think I'm going to ever get used to this. I don't think this is, I mean, the membership thing I'm used to because I've accepted the fact that I would like to sometimes, have like a close knit type of conversation. You know what I mean?
Right.
You understand what I mean? It's basically to bring the community closer together, and that's why I'm going to gift memberships. If I've got the ability to gift them, I'm going to gift them. I'm going to pay it forward, which I did tonight and I did the other day. And I've got 5 left and I'm going to continue to do so. Mm-hmm. But this, I don't know how you can, I don't know how you guys do it. Rattus, I don't know how you do it, or Squid, or anyone else who live streams and gets super chats and stuff. I need to get my head around this. And I'm not just saying this to get sympathy or anything. I just feel really uncomfortable right now. I don't know if it's because I really don't know. I don't know. But we've got something else to do now. We're going to go. I need a moment. Thank you, Yvonne Chavez. Thank you. I appreciate that. We're going to go into an interruption. Intermission. Shut up, you. Why do you laugh at me every time I go? No.
You're funny.
You're funny. Why I order. Anyway. We want purchase. We want it. We want it. Now, it's keeping the attitude of being humble and appreciate that people give their. I'd rather. Yeah, I mean, but I need to get my head around it. I need to get used to it. But the thing is, at least I've got a goal. I know what I'm going to be doing. I know where it's going to be going. Definitely into a freaking Dr. Darling, I've got money for Dr. Pepper now. I wonder if we can buy shares in Dr. Pepper. No, I'm only joking. But I do appreciate everyone's. I don't even know what to say. So,
do your intermission.
I think I need to. You take a break, and we're going to go very quickly into.
Before we go to intermission, hang on 1 second. Before we go to intermission, I have 2 young men that I have to shout out. They're very special to me, and that is Jeremy and little Charlie, and they are listening right now. And thanks you guys for coming and listening. I appreciate it so much. I love you guys.
Wait, who?
Little Charlie and Jeremy. They are 2 young men that are very, very special and dear in my heart. And we play games on Roblox together. And little Charlie is the cousin of my best friend.
Okay.
And Jeremy is his best friend. They're 16 and 15, and they are the sweetest, nicest young men that I've ever met. And they are very, very special. So they're listening, and I want to shout out.
Well, here's a message to both of them. Pay attention in school. Don't allow people to misguide you. Stay true to your word and be good. On that note, I need a couple of minute break because this has got a little bit on top of me. I'm just going to shut up. I'm just going to play the song and then I'll be right back. I don't even know how to. Yeah. And because obviously we got DJ Rattus and JK both in here, we're going to play some tunes. Ready? Here we go. Oh, no, wait. Got to change that. Okay, so you go ahead and mute yourself. I'm going to mute myself. We'll be back in a few minutes, ladies and gentlemen. And so enjoy the intermission tunes, and then we'll be going on to something really enjoyable. And I'm going to go and calm my nerves. I'll be right back.
open road. Go the open road. Rolling, rolling. Go the open road. Go the open Spawn trooper, he don't beat round the bush, man. He just say what he do and he mean what he say, man. Laid back boots in a hillside breeze, sipping Dr. Pepper with his dragon at ease. Loofah, loofah, he like many gifts of the loofah. Loofah, loofah, leaves him hanging in his barracks like a banner. He scrubs truth into the skin of the land with a daffodil smile and a calloused hand. Don't mess with the Englishman, I mean the Irishman. Wait, the Scottish man. Oh shit, I mean the Welshman. He'll give you a stare and a proverb too, then vanish on a mountain like the mist do. He don't need no war, no heavy command, just a melody line and a sponge in hand. When Babylon's stress tries to ruin his calm, he just hums and he scrubs like a loofah bomb. Loofah, loofah, he's the hillside soother. Trooper, trooper, the drill puck mover. He sings what he means and he means what he says. Spawn trooper got the grime of the world washed away. Spawn trooper, he don't beat round, he just be round. Loofah man, cleaning the vibe of the whole damn land. Trooper, trooper, loofah man, cleaning the vibe of the whole damn land.
Well, before we go into the
Film review.
that's the one. Oh, hang on a minute. Do you know when you're speechless and you can't talk?
No, I've never had that problem. I'm just kidding.
All right, man, and take care. And yeah, that's not actually a bad idea with the Dr. Pepper emoji. I need to find that. Man, and you take care, and I will give my beautiful queen a hug. And thank you very much for being here. It is a bit overwhelming for the first time. I was not expecting this, and I don't expect it. You know, and I don't expect it from. And I will be keeping you in. I can't even talk. You go on. I didn't expect it to affect me like this. I thought people are just gonna, get a membership here and there. I didn't expect this tonight. And Snowflower, thank you so much, my dear. Yeah.
Well, why don't you start talking about our movie that we loved?
Oh yeah. No, you start, because I still need to get my head around all this.
Okay.
That's the word, transparency. There you go. Yeah.
All right. So we both found out that we watched the same movie, And we can find it on Prime, and it's free. If you have a Prime membership, you can watch it for free. And it's called Playdate. So it's got Kevin James in it, that was in Mall Cop and all that. So he's really funny. And I thought, well, this is going to be a cute little, like a little kitty, family type thing. But this movie totally went off the rails. I mean, it starts out where this guy gets fired from his job. He's a stepdad. And he becomes a stay-at-home dad while the wife goes back to work. And he is the stay-at-home dad of this little boy. And it's his stepson. And he's trying to get closer to him and, develop this kind of relationship. And so he takes him to the park, and the little boy sees another dad and his son there, and they end up bumping into each other. And the two boys kind of hit it off. But the other boy's daddy is just, he's something. I mean, he's just like in your face. I mean, he's just woo, 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 right there. And so he invites them over to the dad they meet in the park invites Kevin James and his son over to his house for like a play date for that day to have lunch. So as the story progresses, the guy tells Kevin James that, his wife passed away and that he's just getting unpacked and he's trying to start this new life with his son. And the little son's like super strong, super athletic, but he just has no personality whatsoever. And so the two boys see a man in their backyard. Well, this elicits everybody to run, jump in the car, and they proceed on this chase. And these people are chasing these two dads and the two sons, and Kevin James has absolutely no idea what's going on, what's happening. They're led down this road where everywhere they go, these men that look like government officials are chasing them and trying to get this little boy back. He's got this little boy, and they're trying to kidnap this boy. I can't tell you exactly what happens in it because the story as it unfolds is amazing. But let me tell you that you have bombs going off, you have guns, you have chasing, you have fights, you have people that they go to like a Chuck E. Cheese and the poor people in the costumes get beat up. It is absolutely the cutest movie that I have ever seen. It's absolutely amazing. And I think Spawn really enjoyed it too. I think he thoroughly enjoyed.
Oh yeah, I'll be honest with you. At first, I thought, "Oh God, it's going to be one of these boring ones." There was another film I watched with Wahlberg in it, Mark Wahlberg in it,
Yeah.
where he plays a dad.
Oh, was it? Was it?
Oh, I can't remember the name of it. Anyway,
Daddy's Home Part 2?
say again.
Daddy's Home?
No, it was called something else, but I'll get back to that. Anyway, so this film, Playdate, right at the beginning, like it's quite funny. Like the what's the actor's called again? The big lad.
The big guy's Kevin James.
Kevin James, right? He's like turns up at a baseball game where his kids are playing or something, and he turns up with his son, and there's like the mafia mummies. And it turns around and there's a scene of his car and they're all the same freaking car. It's funny as hell. So anyway, so basically, it then cuts over and you see Reacher, the guy who plays Reacher, and he's got this young lad with him, and they're like throwing this ball, and I'm literally throwing this American football, and you go, and the kid is throwing it back the same strength and the same speed as he is, and then like one thing leads to the other. Next thing you know, they start fighting, and the kid punches. The guy goes high five, and then instead of the kid giving him a high five, just punches him square in the gut. And obviously, then you notice they go back to the house, and the guy's acting really weird. The kids are acting really weird, and then total chaos commences. They go to this play area where parents have little different colored armbands. the one guy suddenly realizes they're being followed by someone, and then all hell breaks loose. And after that, it's absolute hilarious, hilarious action. There was car chase and everything else, like MyPretty was saying. And I don't want to go too much into it because it'll give away a lot. But one thing I can say is that you will laugh. You will. There's a possibility of a little bit of pee coming out. Yeah,
It's true. It was really
right.
cute. And
Because
it's
I could go on.
I was gonna say it was something that like you and your husband, or for me and my husband sat down and watched it. And it's a movie that he liked and I liked too. So it was one of those movies, that you can do movie night with, and it was great.
Yeah. I mean, I watched a couple of films, to be perfectly honest with you. And yeah, I watched a few. But we'll get So if you want my honest opinion, I would give Playdate a 9 out of 10. Just for the fact that it was absolutely hilarious. It had a fantastic storyline. The acting was fantastic. The little kid, the only thing I was a little bit about was the kid, but then again, you would expect that from that type of individual, but you'll find out when you watch it.
Yeah, it was absolutely great. It really was. It was good.
Yeah.
It was different and it was refreshing. It wasn't a remake of something that you've seen before. It was a totally different story, different everything. It was really, really good.
Yeah, and it had a good storyline to it as well. There was, that you had the seriousness, you had a little bit of sadness, about family loss and stuff like that. So it covered a lot of genres in the actual film itself. So it is definitely worth watching. And if you do have a sense of humor, then definitely go and watch it. And hi, David Fox, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Now I know a lot of people. I don't want you to go off what we say. You go if you want to go and watch it, go and watch it. The best way to find out a little bit about films is go and look at watch the trailers. Just like Badlands, Alien, okay, or Predator, Badlands. The trailer gave it a lot of hype, but the thing is, once you watch it, right, you'll find out that film it's got more than one storyline in it. It's got different, So I don't want to give it away because once you give it the storyline, then you're giving it away.
Right.
But one thing you'll take away from it is like how two different cultures or two different individuals can build a relationship, right? But unfortunately, one individual is an android. But anyway, we digress. The Family Plan was a film that I watched with the wife, and it was hilarious. It was funny. The best part, the best part where he had obviously Mark Goldberg. He's a former assassin. Okay, basically, he goes shopping. He's got the little baby on front, and he's got this what you call it. He's got what do they call it? A baby harness type of thing.
Yeah, like the carrier in front.
Yeah, and and basically he notices like a character coming into the shopping mall, and then all hell breaks loose. And he's got after that, I'm not going to give it away because the whole film is full. Is full of action, and it's got a plot twist. There is a plot twist. One thing that I can definitely tell you, there's definitely a plot twist. But it's worth to watch. That one, I don't know if you've watched that, but that one I'd give like 8 out of 10 because it's like a lot of these type of films. It's the same. Jackie Chan has done some of them, and other actors have done similar films. Someone loves you quite a bit. There's someone in here called C-Dub 7679 who loves you, MyPretty.
Aw.
Not sure who it is, but do you have your own personal stalker? Oh,
that's it.
No, I'm only joking, C-Dub.
Well, I also watched because I'm a huge Christmas movie fan. Okay, I'm not the yucky love Christmas movies. I like real Christmas movies. And one of my favorites, and we just started rewatching it because I'm forcing the husband to watch one Christmas movie with me a day until Christmas,
Yeah.
is The American Christmas Carol. Same story of Scrooge, that's been told since the starting of time, as the old saying goes,
Yeah.
but it's starring Henry Winkler. And he just puts this spin on it and really brings it to our world and what it's as if they were in America and it wasn't back in the old days. It was more kind of realistic, and I really enjoyed that last night. We watched that together, and it was I'd forgotten how good a movie that was. So if you guys are going to be watching Christmas movies, it's definitely one you need to check off your list. I give that a 10 out of 10 when it comes to just the Scrooge, the whole story. I love that movie, and it was just as good this time as it has been every time I've watched it. So
I
if
mean,
you did sit down with your family and watch a good movie, that's a
yeah.
good movie to watch.
I mean, to be perfectly honest with you, I don't know what it is, but I do not like any modern type, like Christmas film. I prefer to watch the old ones because it takes. I prefer the old school ones. I like. Don't get me wrong. Everyone's entitled to their own genre, but I prefer old school. It's like Murray. Bob Murray. What's his name? Bob Murray.
Bill Murray,
Bill
Scrooge.
Murray. Bill Murray playing. That Christmas.
Yeah,
Playing
Scrooge.
Scrooge. Different things like that. That I prefer them. But these new ones, they're very modern, they're very woke, and I just prefer old school.
Yeah, I'm like you. I prefer old school. There's an old Christmas movie. I haven't watched it this year, but it's called Mr. Kruger's Christmas, and it stars Jimmy Stewart. And you guys know that I am a huge old movie fan. I'm definitely at the wrong time, but it's called Mr. Kruger's Christmas.
Yeah.
And it is the most wonderful movie.
Yeah.
I mean, it just gives, when you finish watching Mr. Kruger's Christmas, you feel Christmas. If that makes any sense to you, you feel Christmas. And I haven't watched it yet, but that's coming up. He's getting stuck with that one this week.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to Christmas, I mean, maybe like what I was thinking of doing, like for Christmas Day or for Christmas, I probably might do like my first. I'm not ready to do members only yet, but what I'm thinking of doing is around Christmas time. I probably might do like a members only. This is not a hint for people to go and get a membership. I'm just saying that, like, I want to, have a little cozy sort of like members only little chit chat, how everyone's doing, how they're feeling, that. All right, okay. And basically, so people can actually, like, sit there. They just had their Christmas dinner or their Boxing Day dinner or whatever, and they go, "Oh, do you know what I got? What? Oh God, my relatives turned up, and I got a pair of socks and a tie." Well, wrap it up in a present and give it back as a Christmas present.
Yeah.
I've done that.
Oh yeah, I'll re-gift in a heartbeat.
Yeah, it's
I'm not
like,
going to hurt your feelings. Oh, if somebody gives me something, and it might not be my particular cup of tea, I'm not going to hurt your feelings over it, but I will re-gift it.
oh yeah, I mean, I've done that a couple of times. I've received a gift, and I'm like going, well, one, I wouldn't wear that, even if you paid me. Two, no, and then I'll just wrap it up, and then, just take it down to the church or take it down to, or I just walk up to someone, if I'm walking through town and there's someone homeless, I'll just walk over and say, "Merry Christmas, there you go. By the way, what size are you? Small. There you go, that'll fit you. Bye." Just walk off. But anyway, let's not digress into Christmas things. The next film, which I am absolutely disappointed in, is The Running Man. I remember watching the original Running Man with Arnold Schwarzenegger in it.
Right.
And a storyline, and it was fantastic, right? But the fact that, like, they took that film, yeah, fine, they modernized it, they put, like, class, a listers, actors in it, but I didn't enjoy it. I watched it with my queen, and we watched it. It was nearly over 2 hours of, and every time, so the action, the storyline's okay, the action and everything's okay, but it's richly the Running Man, and they use modern techniques and stuff like that. Whereas in the original one, it was basically like they just filmed the hunters chasing you. With this, it was the hunters chasing you and more. It was, I think they overstep. Like one thing I've noticed is that when people make remakes of films that came out in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, they are trying to put too much into they're trying too much. Within like the first 20 minutes, I already knew what was going to happen.
Yeah, I hate when that happens. I'm glad you watched it because remember I told you I wanted you to watch it, so I'd know if I wanted to watch it or not.
Charming. Right. No, but yeah, no, it's let me put it this way. If you got friends around and they want to watch a movie, then yeah, fine, stick it on, watch it. Or, go and pay as per view and then watch it and then stick it on and enjoy it. It is an action packed film, but I think they've overdone it a little bit with the special effects, with like, some of the contents. And I wouldn't let anyone under the age of 16 watch it because you do have some gory scenes in it. But there are, you've got the base storyline, then you've got the secondary storyline from, the network, and then obviously you got the third one, which is then the overall let's run and chase him type of thing. But other than that, I would give that like about a 6, 7 out of 10 for that one. The Family Plan, what did I say? About 7, 8. But the Play Date, I would definitely give 9 out of 10. The only reason it doesn't get 10 out of 10 is because, they could have added a little bit more action into it.
Yeah. I
but
like the original, but I'm glad because it won't be something that I have to,
also,
rush to
sorry.
watch.
Yeah. Also, another film that I decided to watch today, believe it or not, and then fell asleep and woke up panicking, thinking that I've overslept. I usually take a cat nap, and my sleep pattern is perfect. But for some reason, I took a cat nap today and woke up with the cat laying next to me and the dog barking outside. And I was like, "Shit, I'm late." And then I realized, yeah, I got loads of time. I decided to watch the film "The Day the Earth Stood Still" from 2008 with Keanu Reeves as the main actor in it. And I tell you one thing: if any of you, especially your friends, the youngsters here who are listening in, if you want to watch original movies that have storyline, have a good list of characters, actors in it, and and you can follow it very easily, that is one of the films I would watch. For example, like the War of the Worlds with Tom Cruise in it. I didn't like that one bit. He overacted, like as he does, But I watched one from the 50s. It's a black and white, and it's War of the Worlds, and it's from the 50s.
Yeah, the original one.
The original one. So if you want to get a little bit of nostalgia and you want to enjoy a film, then go back and watch the original one or watch the one from 2008, because the one in 2008 you actually get like a little bit more of a modern sort of type of oomph. The original one is black and white, so you're going to get people who didn't know how to act. People, they actually did use National Guard troops for that film. And don't ask me about the radio part of it, because that caused panic in them days.
Oh yeah, but the Keanu Reeves movie, The Day the Earth Stood Still, that was chef's kiss. Great movie.
What's it called?
You said The Day the Earth Stood Still with Keanu Reeves. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a chef's kiss. That means it was perfect. It was a great movie. Excellent.
Yeah, I mean, like, just to end it off to go into the coffee session. Um, oh, by the way, I don't know if anyone's noticed. I've put that in there. Yeah, I am Spartacus. Yeah, if this is, I think this is the problem. It's like with games as well. I mean, like Steve Ambrose mentions Docked, and I've had a look at it, and it looks like a bloody good game. I did forget yesterday's stream on my on the game channel, so sometime this week I'm going to make an announcement, and then I'm going to do some driving. I probably might ask a friend who's over in Germany at the moment. Well, he's over in Germany at the moment. He lives over there, for crying out loud. I'm going to see if he wants to join me on a live stream, and then basically we're going to do Euro Truck Sim.
Okay.
Yeah, and obviously I had another video come out today, and then basically we'll do like a few hours of live streaming of trucking. So if you want to come and join us, again, you probably won't hear the truck sound because, again, I still can't figure out. I've actually had someone have a look at my system, and he said there's nothing wrong with it, so it's restream. But I'll figure something out. Don't you worry. But yeah, so is there anything else you want to say? Like, because obviously I used to do final thoughts, but obviously Squid stole that off me. I'm only joking.
No, I'm good. Does anybody have any questions?
Yeah. Well, we're not. Well, okay, then we'll go to
Oh,
questions.
I'm sorry. Were we there yet?
Well, we are now. So if anyone's got any questions, go ahead and make sure that you put in at then MyPretty and then write your question afterwards, please, because that way it's easier. And the same for me. And Gail, if I pick that cat up, I will turn into cheddar cheese. I'm not ready to do that yet.
Cats are like that. Dogs will come up to you and love you and everything, but a cat only loves you when they want to.
Yeah. Cats are they're probably the feline are cat. Well, the cats are regardless of what size, they're the only animal who are social in a group of their own, and they will only accept you into their pack or into their group if they want something. Other than that, they are basically you can't what do you call it, control a cat.
No.
Yeah. That's a big difference.
Only if they want you to love them, they will allow you to.
Yeah. But yeah, go ahead. If anyone's got questions or you want to say anything further about the crampons. I mean, there's not much to say about those clowns. And
the only thing I was gonna say is, again, it's not the fact that the person in question failed a rug test. The problem is not taking accountability for it afterwards and telling lies and stringing people along. That's the main thing that everyone has an issue with. Yeah. It's not the act, it's the consequences, what's happened afterwards.
You see, I can't get my head around that. If you've done something wrong or you've been caught doing something wrong and then you argue it and say, oh, no, I didn't. It's like, oh, you drove a car into a tree. You got out of that car and then stood there, but you're drunk.
Mm-hmm.
Are you the driver of this car? Yeah. What happened? Oh, I lost control. All right. Okay. Well, people say that you've been drinking. Oh, no, I haven't. And then by just talking 2 seconds in front of the officer, the officer's getting drunk just by your breath.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's like people like, like I've seen a lot of videos where people don't open the windows to police. Okay, fine. But like if you're smoking the old, the old leaf in your car, right? Or there's a smell coming out from your car that smells like
I don't understand why they don't. I don't understand why people don't do that either. Well, look, darling, I have to get ready to go. I've already gotten a message. What time are you going to cook dinner?
You will cook dinner when I tell you to cook dinner. Do you understand? Yeah, go on.
We had an extra turkey because I got them for 29 cents a pound.
Holy
And so
crap! How
I
big
know
that turkey?
for a 15-pound turkey, I paid $4.30. So
Oh, hang on a minute. Got a question from Snowflower. Oh, it's addressed to me. Just before you go, no
yeah,
excuses. Why do you think you aren't deserving of help with your missions? Well, because the thing is, I'm not here. I don't even know how to answer. Oh, okay, I've got. Here we go. Here we go. Because at the end of the day, I would rather say it as it is, show you the facts and the proof, keep my integrity and my ethics clean and up to par. Because I know there's a lot of people this day and age who would like to convince you otherwise. But for me, it's important that when we have a conversation, I want to be as honest as I possibly can. And I know there's people out there in the world who like to make accusations, who like to say things, but at the end of the day, it's not me who has to prove them wrong or them right. It's them that have to prove that they are right in their statement. So they're the ones with the burden of proof. But for me, I just want to make sure that people understand that, like, I'm not scared of saying it as it is. I'm not scared of putting it out there. And yes, someone mentioned, Double Carvis mentioned tonight about the phone number. Now, yeah, I could have redacted it, but the thing is, this is a publicly available document, and it is the responsibility of the person posting it or the person who's received it to redact those documents. Yes, I could have redacted it, but I didn't notice it, and that's on me. However, it is a public document of a public subject, and I try to be as honest as I possibly can. And my goals and my objectives is to put the truth out there with my personal objections or my personal criticism or my personal abuse or my personal comment, right? And I don't try to pull wool over people's eyes, because at the end of the day, like, I made a mistake today, right, with Gary. And, I realized the mistake I did, and I went, oops, sorry, because I was also told out off platform that you were right. So it's only fair for me to go, oh shit, yep, sorry about that. I don't know. I mean, like, there's things that I will not discuss. There's shitloads of stuff that I've got that I haven't publicized because of multiple reasons. It goes against my integrity. It goes against my ethics. And at the end of the day, it's also not my responsibility to show that. People can find that themselves, because everything I discuss and everything I show is online. It's publicly available. And if you're going to put yourself out there for criticism, then who do you blame? So there you go. I hope that answered it. I think. Hopefully.
All right, G. I'm getting off of here. So
Okay, Snowflower. Okay, then, my pretty. I'm still a little bit shocked from everything that's happened tonight.
I know you are.
Yeah.
I had a great time. Thanks for having me on. I enjoyed being with everybody. It was so much fun, and I appreciate everybody for spending time with us.
No, you're more than welcome. I mean, you hopefully you won't miss any of your responsibilities from now on. No, next time I will not be accepting any excuses whatsoever. And tomorrow night we're going to have fun. Well, tomorrow night I'm being handed over to my other stepmother. I feel violated. Do you know, every time this happens, I just get.
You're just like the rose between two thorns.
You can freaking say that again and take that to the bank. I just feel like I should have like some sort of like guardian with me, with you two.
All right. I'm out of here. Talk to you guys later.
All right then, sweetheart. Thank you very much for being here. And guys, remember, go and check out MyPretty and go and show us some love. Let me go and find a link for you, and then we'll do that. so please go and show us some love, because I would love to see MyPretty go live and basically me jump in there and totally derail everything like I usually do. Right, I just put a link in it now. To continue to answer that question, Snowfire, why do you think I don't deserve? I don't want to receive anything that's not justified. If people want to help me or want to support my channel and support my platform, then so be it. Like I said, most of it's going to go, it's going to be used in a positive way and it's going to get paid forward. Whereas, other people have different means and reasons why, but like, I'm still a little bit taken back, like from Snowfire, from you guys. And even my goal completed. So I've now got funds for Dr. Pepper, the Dr. Pepper Bank. So that's a good thing. But I want you guys to also be able to come in here, talk with each other, and you don't even have to interact with me when it comes to the topics that we discuss. You can talk with each other. That's one of the reasons I like this. Now that I have got the memberships and everything else, that means, I can do members only, and we can then just talk freely. I know that, at some point, the wrong people are going to receive the memberships. I get that. I know that full well. I know for a fact that, like, at some point, someone, a dislikable individual or someone who has not got the right intent is going to end up in the members only stream. But that doesn't bother me, because at the end of the day, they may learn something constructive and positive. They may find out that I am really a human being that does care, and that is not stupid and easily blinded by deception, lies, or deflection or subterfuge, or trying to pop smoke when there's no smoke needed. But there you go. Anyway, any more questions? Did anyone send? Great question. Yeah, that is Snowfly. That was a bloody good question. But again, thank you so much. And Gail, if I ever do become speechless or I get thrown off track, I'm not going to pick up the cat. I'm just going to put on some tunes, and I'm just going to put on go into intermission, and just it is overwhelming because I'm not used to it. I didn't expect what happened tonight or what's going to happen in the future. For me, it's important that you are part of a part of the community, a part of the troop, and I don't expect everyone to go and get a membership just for that. I want you to want to do it, not you have to do it. There's a big difference. Yes, it is quite funny when lurkers get memberships. It is quite funny, but at the end of the day, I have an old saying: if you're going to lurk, means you don't have the balls to come in here and communicate. But at the same time, there's also people, and I fully understand this. There's also people who don't want to come into a stream or don't want to, interact because of the exact reasons why. For the exact reasons why is because all the negativity that happens. Because there's people out there who will try to, they'll see one sentence said and then they'll take it out of context and then change it to their narrative, which I have seen multiple times in the last few weeks. But that's not my place, and that's not my business. So, but there you go. But I will gift. I mean, I get one thing I've noticed: you get 10 per month. I've given 5 out now, and I don't know. I probably some around before Christmas Eve or just before that. I'm going to put the others out, but I don't know. I've got a couple of live streams to do, and who knows? Who knows? You may be sitting in a live stream when suddenly you get pow, and there you go. So that's the way it goes. I enjoyed tonight. It was really good to see MyPretty back. So MyPretty's back now. That means we're going to have lots of fun on Mondays and Tuesdays. Obviously, tomorrow I am with my other stepmom, Squid Pro Quo. Yeah. I forgot what I was going to say now. I'm taken back from tonight, and I like to thank everybody for your generosity, for your realism, and thank you very much for being here. And to those who received the memberships, congratulations and welcome to the troop. And before I do anything else, there's something I need to. Right, so we're going to start at the top. First of all, I'm just going to say a big shout out. Thanks, let's do this, Juliet. Thank you very much for the $4.99. To Freckled Ginger, thank you so much for the $2. Roy Lossinger for $1.99. Thank you so much for that. And then obviously I gifted 5 memberships, and then Double Karma for $2. Thank you so much. Snow Flower, thank you so much for the $50. I really appreciate that. And like that is definitely going to be paid forward once everything happens, and then I will make sure that you get some transparency. Let's do this, Julia, again with $1.99. Oh, that's a sticker. Open the book. Oh, wait a minute. Is that a sticker with the opening? Oh, that's a flasher. That's a lemon flash. And JK Films, what a fantastic soul. Thank you very much for your the $2 to shut me up. And 5 people agreed with you, by the way. And then you got Gail Jumpkins, $2. Gail, thank you so much. Way to go, Snowflower, 7. And then Squid, just rubbing it in. I got to get in on this. Shut up, spawn up on top. Yeah, and then obviously Arizona Hawk, thank you so much for the $5 with the what was it, 20? Oh yeah, the 20 crocodiles, like 20 crocodiles. I don't know. Is it? Oh. Oh yeah, right. It's 20 super chats on my live stream. So bloody hell. So a big shout out. Thank you again. Thank you so much for all that. I'm probably going to sit here in a fetus position and try to figure out how to deal with this in the future. But you know what they say, don't you? It's something you have to adapt. I do adapt quickly, but not that quickly because Sandy Lou lurk, and I just like to listen. It's not a bad thing if you lurk. I mean, there's a lot of people who lurk for the negativity, but there's also a lot of people who lurk, who sit on the outside of the stream and don't comment. It's because they don't want to, or they don't have to, or they just feel uncomfortable, and that's okay. But I'm saying there are people out there who will lurk a stream specifically to find negative things they can talk about, and I just find that absolutely childish, and they just need to get a life. But I didn't mean that in a negative way there. I've lost your name again. Where are you? There you go. Sandy Lou from Whoville. Are you from Whoville, Sandy Lou? Anyway, so I hope there's any more questions. I'm just going to turn all this off here. There you go. Pow. Greetings. So funny enough, in regards to the stickers, I did not realize that the stickers were separate to the super chats. Either I didn't pay attention to what was explained to me, or I just, yeah. Anyway, so I didn't realize that, but now I do. And tonight I actually witnessed it. So again, guys, thank you so much for your generosity and your input, and to all the new members, all the the green stream, welcome to the troop. And that's what we're calling it. It is called the troop. Yeah, and Snowflower, you've definitely knocked me off my track there. I mean, every time I am so grateful to you, and especially you, Snowflower, because of the heart that you have, the generosity that you have, and the fact that you are. And I'm not saying this for you to. I'm just saying this because, like, it's not the first time you've impressed me. It's not the first time you've shown me of what a decent human being who is an angel and is genuinely a nice person, and it's recognized by not just myself but a lot of people. No, you're honored to be part of the community and then part of the troop. The community always comes first, and then it's the troop. But yeah, Snowflake, and not just you, a lot of people, even JK, a lot of people, you Squid, you all are decent people, and it is appreciated. It is appreciated. I mean, like, it's going to take a while for me to get used to this, but at some point, I'll get used to it one way or the other. And I get that, girl. I really do. And I care about Snowflake, and I care about all of you guys. That's why I am so upfront about people opening up their eyes and opening, and stepping out of the box and stepping away from the screen, and then looking at it from a distance, and actually be, looking at it from a perspective where, you it's yeah. 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 It's difficult. It's hard. Sometimes, I'll be honest with you, it is hard sometimes to not convince people, but get people to actually understand that, like, look, you need to look at this. You need to look at this from a distance, because I think you're putting yourself in a situation where it can come back to bite you in the ass. If that makes any sense. And yes, I need to find myself oh no. Oh, snap. I just noticed something. I can add 4 freaking emojis. I'm going to get in my, I'm definitely, yes. Oh, yes, yes. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes, and yes. I know what I'm going to look forward. I'm going to try and find myself a Dr. Pepper emoji. There you go. Yep. So if there's no other questions, I am going to call it a night. Again, a big shout out to MyPretty for being here tonight. And sometime before Christmas. Or I don't know if I should do it before Christmas or after Christmas. What do you think about the Ever 5 gifted memberships? I wonder if I should do that. What do you think? Oh, you're welcome, Snowflake. Again, my darling, thank you so much for your generosity and your love. And, thank you for being here. And welcome to the troop, by the way. I'm glad some of you got I think all the good. Wait, who else got it? But yeah. And then I don't even know what to say. I am absolutely speechless right now, which is not usually. But in regards of the topics that we discussed today, let me just remind you that everything that was discussed and shown is publicly available, and it was our own personal opinion and constructive criticism, journalistic, investigative, and also for comment. And from what I saw, a lot of people seem to agree that, yeah, unless you can put 300 plus pounds of poppy seeds, yeah. And the fact that you actually admitted of taking the Class A rugs, personally, I think they should just throw the book at you and put you in jail for the rest of your probation. And impersonating someone in a legal branch or in a legal environment, that's another thing I would be looking into. Is this person legally qualified? And if you are, when did you pass your qualification? And if you haven't passed your qualification, are you at the moment learning to be a paralegal? Just like I said before, with all this money, the fines and the retribution that you have to repay from this case, has that been paid? And if it has been paid in full, where did that money come from? And due to the fact that we don't see any transparency or receipts from any of these individuals, well, I'll leave that up to you to think of. And here's another thing. Paint Chips, aka Mr. Magoo, aka Luthman. Right? Seriously, you are probably the dumbest person I've ever had the pleasure or the unfortunate pleasure of coming across. The fact that you injected yourself into this because of someone else, and now that you're trying to play patty cake with someone who has been harassed for nearly 2 years, both online and in real life. The fact that you want to make threats and the fact that you want to challenge people for trial by combat that no longer exist and is actually against the law. And then you want to bring in people from an MCC or a motorbike club that would never ever involve themselves in something like this unless it's personal. And the fact, I doubt very much that you are part of any type of MCC or MC, because someone like you, you would be a bottom rocker for your whole existence. And anyone who knows anything about what bottom rocker means, yeah, I doubt even you would be allowed to wear that patch, let alone even get anywhere close to it. So don't make threats that can legally get you into trouble. And just because you brought some biker friends to your Christmas do last year, right? All it takes is someone to find out what club that is, and then suddenly they are on up front and plastered all over this absolute joke of a court case or what's going on, and then you drag them into it, and they frown upon that type of attention, and something else, Richard Luthman, if you're going to use suffixes, why aren't you're still not using a suffix? if you're going to use the argument about being Richard A. Luthman Jr., why aren't you using it? You see, you're an idiot. After tonight, you probably might start using it because, like, you know, you heard it here first. Hey, sweetheart. Hi, baby. Hi, darling. Hi. Yeah. Cool. Off you go. But the thing is, you know, and that's the type of idiot you are. You don't think. People like you don't think. And also, you know, if people do research, which everyone is entitled to do, it's not stalking, it's not harassment, right? It's basically Googling, right? Because at the end of the day, when someone does research and discusses that type of research, then don't give reasons for people to do the research. Do you know what I mean with that? But then again, people use the word stalking and harassment, defamation, slander, and God knows what else more than they would actually ask for their mother for dinner. But there you go. So it's all about education. You need to educate yourself. There's stuff I could show you people. You people I'm not talking about the guys here. I'm not talking about the community. I'm talking about those idiots. I could show you people stuff that I have found on you online that would blow you out of the water, especially in regards of your inability to keep your mouth shut. If I was in a legal case at this level, I would not be online. I would definitely not be talking about it. That's fact. But you guys just go on and on and on. And when it comes to you, Luthman, oh, wow. Okay. Well, welcome to all the new subscribers. When it comes to you, Luthman, you have such a checkered past. Even Al Pacino would avoid you because you're nothing. You're not a gangster. You're not mob. Right? You're not a gladiator. You're just a Elmer Fudd lookalike. And to be perfectly honest with you, you probably would run 2 meters and you'd be out of breath. And then you want to threaten people, challenge people to trial by combat. Now, if we would go back in time and you challenge people by trial by combat, I doubt very much that you'd walk away from it. But that's in the past, and it's just a hypothetical. Now, here's what you can do. You can become a man. I mean, because apparently you've got 2 man sausages, one between your legs and one on your forehead, which explains that every time you go and look in the mirror, you suddenly get excited and start rubbing your forehead and spit in the mirror. I would recommend you just accept the service. Just contact the courts and say, I am accepting the service. And the same thing goes for, you know, Stupid Dave, Jabba the Hoot, and everyone else, you know, and especially the comment, oh, yeah, that blue tape is still around my gate. Interesting. Yeah. You guys are cowards. You are cowards. Accept the service. Accept the consequences of your actions. But I doubt very much you guys would do that because you're cowards. Crampon coward. Cow, come. No, I can't. No. But like I said, this is my personal opinion. This is my opinion from publicly available information and actions that have taken place by these individuals. Considering the fact that certain people involved in these cases, I find it strange that the only people we hear from are exactly the same people. You know, we got Crampons, we got the anti-what the ego system, Lynette Preston, John Cook. Don't you find it funny that we haven't heard anything from anyone else involved in this? Like a certain individual called David Elm, nothing. Larry Foreman doesn't discuss it online. You know, none of these other people are discussing the court cases, including Madam Mayor, Brett, and everyone else, right? Don't you find it very interesting that anyone involved in these court cases are being very quiet, but the anti-what the ego system just flapping their gums, flapping their gums, flapping their gums? Think about it. Anyway, guys, if there's no more questions or anything you'd like to say or you want me to discuss, we're going to call it a night because it's been we're just over 3 hours. Wow. I didn't expect it to be this long tonight. So again, thank you so much for being here and hanging out here this long and basically coping with this. To all the new members of the troop, welcome to the troop. Thank you so much for being here. Okay. Remember, you don't have to get the membership, but if you want to, that's entirely up to you. If you want a super chat, super whatever, that's entirely up to you. Okay. You don't have to, but if you want to, I'm not going to stop you. Okay. But you know what it's going towards. And once I receive the first payment from YouTube or whatever, all right, I will then be giving you a exact list of everything. That's where it's gone and what's happening. Okay. Excuse me. But other than that, I would thank you everybody for your generosity and for your support. And don't worry about these goals. They're only going to pop up once in a blue moon. Because I just wanted to test, see how that works and everything. And again, thank you so much for absolutely, David Fox. At some point, just keep an eye out on the game platform because I'll be playing. I'll be streaming on that this week. Oh God, my voice is going. You've affected me physically, everybody. But one thing I want to remind all of you, regardless of who you are, what background you have, if you're, regardless of you're a human being at the end of the day, you need to remember one thing. This is not going to go on forever. And I am not going to go on talking about this all the time. There are different things that I have in mind of doing. I'm not going to say anything right now, but there's a couple of other things that I want to bring to the platform, which will not just benefit myself, but it will also benefit you. It will also give you a little bit more insight, especially when it comes to when you're out and about in your car or when you're going for walks and stuff like that, what to carry, what to take with you, general stuff. But there's going to be other stuff that I'm not going to discuss right now because I need to obviously educate myself before re-educate, because I've had skill fade, so I need to refresh my memory. But just for the record, have a fantastic night, guys. Look forward to all that. And remember, this is not going to go on forever. Right? And at some point, people are going to get bored with it. So look forward to the very interesting content coming from myself and also from all the other creators like Squid, JK, DJ Ratters, living with life, all these other creators. Okay. And remember something else. A smile a day keeps the weirdos away. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, big hugs, a big thank you to everybody, especially you, Snowflower. And it's going to take me a moment to get over that tonight. And look forward to the next stream. Look forward to tomorrow with Squid. The Petty, MyPretty, and the Seeker. And look forward to during the week when I'm going to be driving through Europe. Yes, that's going to be fun. All right. On that note, have a fantastic night. Thank you again for all your generosity. A big shout out to Ammo Girl who has helped me with my thumbnails and some of the pictures. These are her creations, and also from SMN and other people who've sent me some, help me with the thumbnails. And there's an old saying: everything comes back in the circle. So trust me. But yeah, on that night, I'm gonna go yeet.
they go. Live every night selling drama on demand, with crampons sitting on their ass and dicky on hand. Fake tears falling, oh I'm just speaking truth, while they pocket super chats and exploit the loons. Gator rolls in trying to act real cool, but he's stirring up heat, breaking all the rules. Haters in a circle, all bark, no bite, till Spawn Trooper drops and it flips on the light. Spawn Trooper, he bring truth and facts to the land. Spawn Trooper, he says the situation at hand. Spawn Trooper, then he say the words, truth don't kneel to no one man. Spawn Trooper, the force is weak with this one. Deuces in the mix, spinning lies for the stream. He acts like a king, but his throne's just a meme. Dodging all the questions with a scripted phrase, trying to fool the crowd, but he's just a face. Bones Lacker's got a seat at the front of the show, putting up a front, but got nowhere to go. Guano's hiding in shadows, throwing shade in the chat. They all act tough, but Spawn Trooper's on that. Spawn Trooper, he bring truth and facts to the land. Spawn Trooper, he says the situation at hand. Spawn Trooper, is weak with this one. Now the people rise, no longer blind. The lies unravel one stream at a time. Truth's not merch, it don't come in packs. And Spawn Troopers got receipts, not just attacks. He says turn off the feed, walk into the sun. This war for your mind, it's already begun. With clarity, blazing like a saber so bright, he leads the way through the digital night. Spawn Troopers say, I see you playing, keeping up the show, spinning your stories, but the truth starts to flow. Your gators pull high like you're some kind of lord, but all you're doing striking out with the faulty sword. You're no warrior, just a puppet on strings. Your fake crown don't mean a thing. The game's up now, you're out of move. Spawn Troopers here to expose your grown. Spawn Trooper, he bring truth and facts to the land. Spawn Trooper, he assesses the situation at hand. Spawn Trooper, then he say the words, truth don't kneel to no one man. Spawn Trooper, the force is weak with this one.
Truth will rise in the end, no place for deceit.
May grim unwind, get a whole group on. The force is weak with this